Mm-hmm.
The screams of children have stopped.
I'm ready to re-enter my dissociative state.
Well, as we got interrupted, the wizard, presumably wizard, let's be real, it's probably a wizard. He's wearing wizard robes. Has like slightly turned back after the spear shattered into 1,000 pieces and like gave like a slight wave with his left hand. And by the time the shock in your group from like the shout of Jack and the shattering of the spear as it like the shock is over and you are getting ready to react, like there's this thing coming through all of you as you think it's time to murder. You hear the a whispering voice coming from somewhere behind you, and before you start running after the wizard in front of you, you hear like the sound coming from behind you. Turn around, and on one of the larger rocks behind you, out of nowhere, a second one of these blue robed figures appears, and as you catch the glimpse of him from the corner of your eye, the spears in your hands start to get a life of themselves and start to like pull away from your hands. All of the silver spikes that are stuck in Terrence's body start to move and fly out from the body. And before you know it, the lot of you are in combat with your own weapons and the spears that are swiftly stabbing down one by one everybody. You can run if you want to, or you can die.
Not a lot of choices there.
Eddie will run to Gravel's side, of course. Or Sam's side, wherever is closer.
You know, Gravel is there in front of you, wrestling with his spear that is trying to get out of his hands to stab him. So seem to be all the warriors around you. You notice that the knife that you have in your back pocket is also flying behind you at the moment, is getting ready to stab you.
Oh, no!
Hopefully,
Gravel! Eddie will rush to help Gravel, turning his back to the knife.
As the
And
knife like
weapons on his.
swipes over your back, doesn't quite hurt you, but swipes over your back. The things around you are fighting with you. And as I said, you had a choice to run. You decided to fight, and slowly but surely, all of you get stabbed to death by these things that are flying around you. As you lying on the ground, dying, you see like the robed figure from the rock, like slowly hovering behind the other one, heading up the path. That's like the last thing you see before you close your eyes for one last time. Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up. Your head hurts. Your ass hurts since you just plummeted onto the ground. It's still dark. You're looking up into the night sky.
Probably. I just like, yeah.
You have just been attacked by a lightning orb.
Yeah. I was gonna like immediately like once I got his bearings, like look around and look for like to see if the lightning ball is still around.
Oh, the lightning bolt is gone. But as you look around, you also notice that the tents of your friends behind you are knocked over.
Oh, I'll
There's,
go
like,
and just
small like glimmer coming from like one of the tents that seems to have like slightly catched flames.
I'm gonna immediately go and just like beat out the fire and just see if are they inside?
Yeah, Osma, Reuven, you wake up as well. Your heads hurt as well a bit. You wake up to the feeling of the tent on your face, which is not what you fell asleep to. and probably the stomping noises around you from somebody.
Do we remember anything, or is it just pain in our heads?
Oh, you remember everything.
Oh,
And
wow.
pain in your heads.
So, to clarify, from Ruben's perspective, he was just Eddie and he died.
Yeah.
He did not understand that he was in a dissociative state. He was Eddie.
Yeah.
And he died.
You just died, and then you wake up, and the tent is on your face. You see nothing. Technically, to you, you wake up blind, unexpectedly.
Reuben shrieks and screams and scrambles, his arms and legs just moving wildly.
Yeah, I guess we probably wake up in a pretty panicked state. Try to scramble out of the tent.
Urvarusma, you do all right?
Reuben
Over and like
continues.
Reuven. Calm down, Reuven. Take some deep breaths.
The moment he gets like kinda outside and like kind of almost instinctively using his like tumbling skills, like doing tumbles around, getting this fabric away from him, he instantly like crouches on the ground and has any kind of weapon or a fist in hand. Is just looking around, horrified, absolutely horrified. What? Where am I?
We're at the campsite, Reuven. We're at the campsite out on the island. You okay?
I'm dead. I'm dead.
You're fine, Reuven. You like give him like a poke.
Reuben's
Shake.
expression is that of a cat who has just been doused in ice cold water. His eyes are, his pupils are pinheads, and he is crouched low on the ground, weapon in hand, just horrified, shaking. I died. I died. I died.
What happened, Reuven?
Sam. Gravel. They died.
Like processing that, like Reuven just had like the same thing as that all like saw the same thing that all did. It was just a vision or dream or something, Reuven. I think I had the same one.
No check needed, I think, Oliver, from you. It's very clear to you, whatever perspective Reuven had of it was somehow much stronger. Or he didn't seem to... He somehow is reacting differently to the same thing that happened to you. Very clearly either not having the same vision, possibly, or the same way as you saw the vision. I felt it. My blood, my heart, my mind no longer working. Death.
It's enlighten me, Reuven. Is that what happened?
He is at this point like fully like almost hyperventilating, still keeping ever vigilant eye out. At this point, probably has pushed his back against the rock that we were nearby, camping near, and it's like just like a cat cornered, breathing heavily, but almost slowly like recognizing you for the first time. And Oliver, Oliver,
Reuven.
we're here. We're adventuring. We're traveling with Usman. Usman,
What are you on about? Relax.
Calm down, Reuven.
was that a dream?
I don't think not entirely. I don't think. I like looked at Usmar to see if he had like the same experience. Like, did you see the same thing?
Yeah, I think so. Weird.
But I don't know entirely if it was a dream, Reuven, but it was a vision or a memory or some kind that got shown to us.
But it was so. It was so real. I thought I was. I was Eddie. That was me. I am him.
You are not him, Reuven. You're Reuven. I think you might have. You might have just thought it was you. Whether or not it was real or not, that is something that happened in the past. It didn't happen to you. You are fine.
He takes very slow and cautious nods at your direction. Oh,
Check your body. You should be fine.
yeah. And he sheathes his swords and like checks himself.
Yeah,
Feelings
totally fine.
deep old. Yeah.
I do not know what it was, but something came to me in the night. A ball of light or lightning, and zap, and then that happened.
Wait, what? What do you mean something came to you in the night?
It was like a ball of light or lightning. I wasn't entirely sure. It was hard to tell the nights, but it came close to me. I wasn't entirely sure what it was, and then it zapped me or touched my armor, and then snapped his fingers. Then that happened. I just remembered a little bit after that. I was just in that weird memories dream thing. But
Oh,
I guess
also, is it still like nighttime right now?
Yeah, it's still nighttime.
that happened. I don't know what it was or what it's trying to tell or or anything really.
Ball of light.
Yeah, it was like I'll like describe the dimensions and like the sort of like color of light it gave off, which I assume was just like a white light.
White, bluish, yeah.
Oh, bluish. Okay, it's like a bluish light with like a ball that was like yay big. I wasn't entirely sure what it was. I didn't know if it was aggressive or not, but then when it came up to me, it put me in that state, and I guess you two as well. Like look around though, it doesn't seem to have hurt us or taken anything. It just wanted to show us that. Seems to be gone now.
It seemed the description seems similar to those balls of light we saw in the areas of water in the deserts. in the east of mainland.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
but
those things weren't known for giving dreams.
those ones are also just meant to kill, right?
Yeah, also smaller
Yeah.
and
They
less
just seem.
sparkly.
That I wasn't sure if it was like a fey creature or not, since we're getting close to like where unicorns were, so I didn't want to attack it. But I have no idea. Like, have you heard of anything like that, Ruben, before?
From what I remember in our texts of the creatures, it said those same spirits that were in the glowing oasis uh, spirits or something. They are related to Willow Wisp, and that same name was in the Arcane Bounties name list as well.
Do you know what will-o-wisps do,
My,
or like their goals are? They're intelligent at all?
um, DM, does my knowledge of Feywild, well, not the the vibrant dream creatures have anything of those?
No.
Reuven shakes his head. I don't believe. I don't think they're in the same family as elves and dryads and such. I think. I don't think they're connected to the vibrant dream.
I don't know what its goal was, but I guess it wanted to show us that for some reason. I guess we should.
DM Reuven will find Kitty. Is Kitty okay?
Oh, yeah. Kitty is. They're sleeping.
Kitty,
Probably not
oh,
sleeping. Kitty's probably slightly aroused at the moment because you've been screaming around, jumping. The tent has been fallen to the ground.
Okay.
I think we're all fine. It seems just. I don't know if now is the best. I don't know. No, I'm very confused at what happened. I don't think I didn't recognize any of those people. Like I said, did we recognize the landscape at all? Or is this kind of like just like a random landscape that's kind of hard to pinpoint down?
You know, it's a very vibrant memory that you have from what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you actually lived through it. So there is a non-zero chance that you might be able to recognize some place if you saw it.
Okay.
The
Well,
general,
we haven't seen.
generally speaking, the area you in your dream where you woke up, or in this thing that you just lived through, your alternative life, the thing that you thought of as the pins, it looks like similar to these large boulders that are around you. So, in theory, this could very much be the same place. The agricultural part, the large trees with the dragon fruits and things that you saw in your past life, they are not here.
And we haven't seen any monoliths, I assume. Because imagine you would have pointed that out.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll look to the party and be like this, like sort of like recognizing that fact, like a bit, and be like, doesn't this sort of look like the same land that, like, not entirely, like not in the same location, but the general area that we were in the dream? Do we want to try and look for that same place that we saw? Don't know if that's what our goal should be, though.
All of us had this. We were all together there.
I
remember.
guess. Yeah, I guess.
We've all traveled together to this weird place, and these blue weird wizards
Yeah, the Blue Man group.
attacked us. Yes. When we were walking We were walking through a path and a ravine. We saw the ocean. How far away was it? I'm asking everyone in the party and the DM, if any of us remember.
Miles. It was the appropriate distance away from your memory. It's always hard to tell difference with elevation.
That's true.
Reuven, give me a... Now that you have like some more clarity that things happened, you might be able to try to recall a bit more things. You have a direction sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a direction sense check.
After all,
If you can roll better than a 2.
I'll roll a d20 for now to see if I roll a 2. I roll a 16. That
Yeah,
should be good enough.
Yeah, the distance is like about the same distance as when you came down the mountains to the Deadlands. And the ocean was north to east from you, from where you saw it last. In the situation, in the alternative life scenario.
North to east.
North to west. Sorry, my mistake.
North to okay. I'll say that's like okay. It's very different. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so we're like in the general location then. So it's in like one of these 2 tiles, I think.
Reuven relays this info to you, both of you, and says that we're probably somewhere in like this last part of near the. And
When you said dead, never mind. I was thinking I completed something. Never mind. Ignore me. Okay, so if that's the case, Ruben, then I think it's going to be in either the mountain area to the southwest of us, or in the mountainous area we're in right now. We just have to find like I think we have to find one of those like locations and just find like look for. Because how long did we? I guess like one question for Doc is it how long did we walk in the dream thing? Is it like hours or minutes or?
You know, now that you're thinking back, there was a gap.
Okay, so we walked
You
for quite a
remember
while.
walking, you remember starting to walk into the pins area, and then like really the next thing you remember is leaving the pins area. So,
Okay.
but like when you woke up, the ocean was 100 feet away from you, and when you last remember, the ocean was miles away. So something doesn't add up. But
Okay. That actually makes it a lot. I think that. Oh, sorry.
you finish.
I think that we could go to the coast, navigate our way along the coast of these 2 areas. It might take us a little bit of a while, but be easier than traversing the mountains. Try and find the same spot that we woke up in and go from there. Try to find the path again.
I can agree, but we are not going to be able to either travel or find anything when it's dark.
Oh,
We'll have to
I meant for
finish our
tomorrow.
handle.
Exactly, yes. I just meant, I guess, like, do we want to try to recreate this path, I guess, and find out? It seems like we got told this for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, or...
In my study of the archaeology proficiency, have I ever heard of the Blue Man Group?
give me a archaeology check. You know, it's like the first time it really makes sense, that check.
True.
Would folklore apply for this
But
at all?
that's a
No.
fail.
No.
Okay.
But no on the archaeology, also no on the folklore. That's just let's leave it at a no.
Usmar, did you know what that staff was that they were carrying? The one that had was it the monolith? Did you recognize it?
But the staff wasn't the monolith, right?
No, the wizard was holding a staff. I don't know if you recognized it.
So did I recognize the staff?
Give me a perception check. I like -2.
-2 on this. No.
You know, you remember that many things were lacking details. Maybe, you know. It's a nondescript staff. It was a staff, but
It's hard to tell enchantments from a distance.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just wasn't sure if they might have given us some information how powerful they were, if it was a powerful item as well. But they seemed quite powerful in the dream.
It looked like the spell was like animate objects or something. I'm not sure. I'm not super familiar, but I do think that's a decently high-level spell.
There
High
seemed to be
spec level
multiple of
spell.
them. Yes, there seemed to be multiple of them, at least from like I don't know, just like in my memories, like I was like I knew the name of them when I like saw us like put my eyes upon them, but don't really know where I get the information. Oh, question like what, going back into like Gravel's. I don't even know if I can access it anymore, but just like would I have an idea like how many people were in the Blue Man group, or is it just sort of like that's about all the information I have? It's a group of like blue robe wizards.
the wizard thing is mostly a Oliver interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because and this is something that comes from the memory, the blue face mask, that is the common thing in the Blue Man group, but the people you have that Gravel has seen before were not wearing wizard robes, so
Oh,
that
okay.
must be from scraping from your memory, the two wizard people you saw in the dream. And then there must be at least 3 others, because the envoy was traveling in a group of 2 or 3 usually.
Okay. I'll like relay that to the rest of the party and be like, I think that there seemed to be like 5 of them total from what I got out of the person's memories. The Blue Man group. I don't think they were all wizards from what I could tell.
Oh,
From what
also
the memory.
quick, quick retcon. Osmar does not know if they're strong wizards. Animate object is not a wizard spell in second edition.
Oh, that's true. That's fair.
So
True. I yes, I but I think you're right, Ruben. I think we should just get some good rest and then decide what to do in the morning. I guess we could maybe try to go to the coast, the mountains, and then go from there, or get to the sea. I think you two need some
Okay.
rest, especially you, Ruben.
I. He shakes. I'm not sure I can go to sleep.
At least try to.
It was so real, Oliver. It was. I felt the blood pumping from my heart wash out of me. I was dying, and I died. I, and I thought that was it.
If you're alive, Ruben, you got a lot more years in you before that fate will happen to you. You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
May have seemed
Ruben
real
will
in
go
the
down.
may have seen. Oh, sorry.
You finish.
It may have seemed real in the dream, but that's all it was. It was a dream. Real. You've
Yep.
lived through many you've lived through many a fights. I think.
He nods and says, I thought I conquered the fear of death after the first few difficult battles. I thought that there was not something that is of importance, but to actually go into the darkness. He shudders.
Facing death is a different challenge than not being afraid of it. I feel like. I think it's the first. I'm guessing it's the first experience you've had with facing it, rather than just dishing it out or just having to be a potential threat. But but I think it's quite natural to be afraid of it.
He slowly makes his way out to somewhere and sits cross-legged and meditates. I don't think he can sleep, DM, but he tries, or like he rests slightly. He rests his body.
Yeah, you try to rest, but you can't quite let go of your conscious experience. You're afraid of what happens. So when you hold on to consciousness, falling asleep is very hard.
Yeah. He focuses on the dragon fruit trees.
Yeah, you have never seen a dragon fruit or a dragon fruit tree.
He'll spend his time meditating on those,
Mm-hmm.
solidifying the image of that in his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sound like really cool fruit, even though they probably taste, not that great.
Well,
Right.
a restless phase of the night passes. It's been getting close to sunup anyway, so you make it through the night. Sun rises, and probably as early as possible, the three of you grab your things together and start whatever the day brings.
I guess, like, once we get all our stuff packed up, do we want to try and seek out the location, or do we just want to ignore it and keep moving on? It feels strange to ignore it, but I want to make sure we're on the same page, because I don't know what we'll find when we seek it out.
We do have to be conscious of our resources and where we are.
I
Have you
think
regained any of your magic, Oliver?
yes, I should, and I guess I'll see unless these lands are strange, and I'll lay hands on myself. See if that works.
Fine.
Alrighty. You see, like, the last little bit of the scratches and burns, like, all over his body from the lizard, just, like, start to stitch over. I'm good now. I won't be able to, if anyone gets injured today, I won't be able to heal them, but aside from that, I'm back to 100%.
Yeah. You see, Reuben has a few scratches, but he's pretty much fine.
Usmar, what are your thoughts on all this?
I'm not sure. I mean, our original plan was to map out the island first.
Yes.
I don't know if we're in the best state to try to investigate anything too deeply right now.
I think I understand where you're coming from, but I also don't know when or if we'd ever be in this area again.
I mean, I don't think that's the problem, right?
Well, I guess the problem is more so the fact that it's going to take us quite a while to get here, traverse through the hills and the mountains, and if we want to come back here again, it's not the end of the world. It's just that I don't know how much time we want to spend coming back here. And we also didn't. I looked to the group between Ruben and Usmar. I don't think we had anything too. Like, we weren't looking for anything specific, right? We were just kind of scouting out the island.
I believe that was the plan, yes, to find interesting things. Believe in slightly in the few miles, a dozen or two miles away should be a forest where there is a chance of a unicorn. I hope we can make it there next, but I guess we need to decide if we.
I don't know if I'm just being superstitious or not, but I guess it is a superstitious world. But I feel like I don't think that thing would just show us that for no reason and just leave us alone.
Well, it could have been a warning. No, I mean we died in the dream.
That is true. Did
Yeah,
you
no,
see
you're
those? Do you remember those big crafted stone things at the side of like a road? And like it seemed like there was like a magic sheet between them, and they broke the spear. I
I hmm,
I mean, I feel like if you were to take any significance out of the dream, I think the only possible takeaway is that uh, whoever's you know influenced us with this vision wants us to leave.
I guess this is a bit of a tangent, but also is that I didn't know that people. I guess I knew people lived here, but I didn't know that people lived here, like gesturing towards like the mountain area we're in. I thought there's only the people from the mainland that lived on the coast.
Well, we have. Do we have any reason to suppose this was like a historical event rather than just a vision? We haven't
I
seen
don't.
any ruins of towns nearby, so
Yes, but we haven't been. I don't know. We haven't like found any areas that were ripe for living.
I think it's more reasonable to believe that there's just a fully fabricated uh, hallucination that's just trying to impart the message of leave my lands.
I don't think I agree with the fact that it could be that it would be fabricated, but I I do agree with Usmar. It is it does signal dangerous. I think thus far in this land there hasn't I haven't detected much creatures that would be at least large normal creatures that would be dangerous, but that with this vision makes it even more sketchy.
I
But I understand, Oliver. I guess I am curious too, but also quite hesitant after
I think that
that.
I think that everything we're going to find out here is going to make us quite hesitant, though. It seems like where there are basilisks and medusas in this island, a bunch of other creatures we've never heard of. I feel like finding something a little concrete might be a bit like an old civilization or something like an old city or town or village with an ancient, powerful group. I don't know. At least having something a little concrete that we know we can go after may be a bit easier than just aimlessly wandering around trying to find something.
Well, not completely aimless. There's a unicorn in my aims.
Speaking of
I guess
unicorn in your aims, it is the dusk of the morning, dawn. The dawn of the morning, yeah.
yeah, Dawn. Yeah.
And how would fortune have it but the scream of a child echoing over the land? As you're speaking.
How convenient.
I think we all freeze. Reuven turns to Oliver to see how he reacts.
Interact a bit less, like a bit more calmly than the day before, but
I would
So is it
like
again?
all of
Oh,
you
yeah.
make me a wisdom check.
okay. Ooh, big wisdom roll.
Yeah, that is a good roll. Oh. Yeah, Oliver. Something about the scream triggers a thought that went through Gravel's head about how did the envoys make it through the pins without getting murdered. Because there were dangerous creatures.
Oh,
And
is this
somehow you you know, you are not gravel, so you can't make the connection, but somehow the sound of the echoing scream triggers this memory.
Overall, let out like a sigh and be like, I guess you two were right. It's just that I think the Gravel's memories are something in my head, but I think it's just a dangerous creature. At least something adjacent to it. I don't. I don't. I think you two are right. I don't think it's a real child. It might just be. I think it's just a dangerous monster that imitates one.
Yep.
But I think I'm in the camp of trying to find at least the start of like that trek of like the where like the like go to the coast, make our way down the coast and try to find like the where the trees are and like the dragon fruits and all that sort of stuff. I think it's a fine thing to do while we're here, and then if we don't find anything, we can move on.
One
I
moment.
think it. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Apologies.
Oh, welcome
Um,
back.
Ruben says, what does does Uzma have any ideas or strong feelings?
I think I have strong feelings. I think I have a slight preference to just mapping out the island. It's a slight preference. I don't mind compromising.
I I am interested in what Oliver is saying, but I would maybe propose a slight compromise in if we can first go to the tree area, and if there is a unicorn or something to that effect, we might be able to find an area that's like we can camp at, and find like a safe camping spot, and then from that camping spot we could do a mission here.
I guess the counterpoint to that is, wouldn't it take us multiple days to get to and from the because we're moving quite slowly through the hills. It would take us a few days to get to the it would take us about a day to get through the mountains and the hills, and then it would take us a few days to get back. So I don't know if the camping spot. I get what you're saying. I just don't know if the camping spot. I think the camping spot is a good idea when we're traversing the forest, but not when we're in the hills and the mountains.
Well, in addition, uh, if something bad does happen on this adventure and we need to flee, it would be, beneficial if there was a safe place to flee to already known. I like Ruben's suggestion.
Because I was essentially thinking as well, we're currently pretty topped up on our resources, but like maybe finding a good camping spot could take more resources. And if we expend more resources here exploring this thing, getting even further might be even worse.
Quick question: what do you mean when you say resources? Do you just mean
And
food?
just everything, HP, healing,
Okay.
spells,
I,
everything.
I guess with that, it feels like we're gonna be potentially spending resources to get there, and consider finding a camping spot, and then I don't know if it'd be a net positive if we spend resources and have to move back across the same area we came to get back.
It's a risk, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not against that. So I'm cool. I'm fine with either option generally. I think I prefer just finding heading to the coast immediately and going from there.
And the other option would be, I guess, on a compromise more on Oliver's side is we go and try to find, but if we see something that looks special, we kind of ignore it and we'll come back to it later.
Well, that's the worst option of all.
Yeah, I think the options are we try to search out, find the place that we saw in the dream, and then go for it immediately, or investigate it immediately, or we find a safe spot and then camp out, like set up a camping spot. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, the downside of setting up a camping spot that we're away from is that it's just there's like tons of dangerous creatures on this island. I don't know if it'd be a great idea to set up a camping spot when we're not there. I guess if we're just sitting. I guess the question is: are we setting up a camping spot or just finding a safe location that we can refine in the future?
Yeah, that's also true. What is the probability that we actually find like a quote unquote camping spot?
I think it'd be quite low and at least away from the villages. Like we are in the dangerous part of the island. Or we're getting. I think
Yeah.
from what I remember, the further north we get, the more dangerous the island becomes. At least maybe closer to the mountain as well, but it seems like there's, at least looking at the map, there's no civilization there for a reason, I'm guessing.
The only reason I
need to
thought
sleep.
that might. Sorry, what?
Do unicorns need to sleep?
Well,
I
unicorns
think
do
so.
whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why they're unicorns.
The only reason I thought there might be a safe spot we could find is because of a possible unicorn, but also it's very much a gamble.
Yeah, I think it's a gamble. I think I'd be fine trying to find it when we go there. I don't think it's worth going there, trying to find a camping spot, and then heading back to where we came from.
Wait, is a unicorn like a mix between two animals or just like a horse that can fly?
It's a horse with a horn,
It's a magic horse.
like a paragon of good.
Yeah, but it's
Pegasus
not like a.
is the one with wings.
Wait, unicorns don't have wings?
Nope.
No, that's Pegasus. Pegasi.
Wait, so their flying is magical?
No, they don't fly.
I don't think they even
what
fly.
the fuck? Oh, I don't give a fuck about unicorns then. What the fuck?
You're conflating the different magical horses. How dare you? How
Oh
dare you
my god.
I think
Not
there are.
just so psyched up.
Yeah. They're like fake creatures, I think. That's about it. I think they're intelligent, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I think we should just explore here.
Okay.
All right, then I
I'm
think that's.
excited.
So you just want to head to the coast and try to find that, and then go explore along the coast, try to find that area.
Sure.
Probably the easiest way, rather than just exploring a 9 by 9 mile area.
All right. So you get your stuff together and you head eastwards to the ocean.
Yeah, I guess whichever area is closest to the ocean.
How are Invises looking? Because they are now very clearly what we've determined as hunting creatures that use baby noises to get prey.
I'm guessing our
So-
invises are pretty shit because I imagine you smarter than I get able to memorize spells.
Yeah.
There's a 75% chance that Usma is still invisible. Oliver, you were no longer invisible, and Rufen, after waking up after
Yeah.
thinking you're dead, you're definitely no longer invisible.
Yeah.
So Osma
No.
is no longer invisible. All right.
I have one more casting.
I think you can
Alright.
cast on yourself if smaller.
I gotta
I think
save
that'd probably be
it.
safe. That's true as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess let's head out then. We know what our plan is. I guess we have a burning image in our head of what we're looking for. Probably a bit different, but I imagine the landscape would be mostly the same. I guess depending on how long ago it was. Yeah.
Good question. Yeah. All right. You get your stuff together and you head towards the ocean. Oliver, since Screaming Children is all your territory, give me
Yeah.
a d20.
14.
14. Alrighty. Let's quickly check what that means. That means alrighty. Give me a perception check as well.
Not 1.
Yeah. All right. Alrighty. Okay. Osma and Ruven, please also give me perception checks. Oh,
Big
and
ol' Reuben.
Kitty also needs to roll a perception check.
Yeah, 2 perception checks coming up. Reuven, and I think this is Kitty. Ooh, both failure regardless.
1, 5.
We rolled both fives.
We found another shoe, or we found the old shoe corpse, and we're really interested in it.
Alrighty. You head around through these rocky areas. Maybe that's the pins, who knows? It's hard to say. And I was not expecting such a bad outcome, but whatever. Let me see if we have something here that would be cool to use. Noise. Does that look like? As you head through these boulders here, you come around one of them and you see, looking from behind one of these boulders, a tall. Now there's something that doesn't make sense, but as you see the creature runs behind the boulder, and with runs behind the boulder, I mean the head disappears behind the boulder. The head that you see is the head of a badger. The confusing thing is that the head of the badger was about like 6 feet off the ground. It's gone. It has disappeared behind the boulder. If you want to run after it, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I think Reuven has us set into like full, not like combat mode, but like ready. Like everyone pay attention. And make sure Kitty doesn't run off and says, I think I just saw the head of a badger. It's quite a human's height up. So that's either a badger that can hold on to rock and climb, like a spider or a lizard, or a badger that has a body the height of a human.
I can avoid it. I'd rather.
Can normal badgers not climb?
I think they might be able to climb trees.
I don't think that well.
Not rock, probably.
Not like a.
I don't think.
You don't think what?
Seemed off. Be careful. We can continue on, but be careful. Reuven might just. Yeah. I think. Ooh, wait. If this is a badger, he'll. Yeah, why not? He'll pop an invisibility to animals on the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
What does invisible to animal make you invisible to?
I can copy the spell. It's normal animals or giant animals with int under 6.
Alrighty.
But yeah. And it's not like full. Yeah. It works very well against normal animals, even T-Rexes, but it does not work at all against magical animals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's hurry on through.
And Yeah, Reuven says he put a magic on us, and we can continue on.
Perfect. You continue on, and as you, from what I heard, without making any specific plans to avoid the creature, just like continuing on, you head forward through this dead-looking area, and I mean, Osmar, you're wearing the robe of ice, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I don't need you to make me a surprise check, but I would like the other two of you to make me a surprise check.
5.
Okay.
5.
2.
Does Ruin get a bonus?
might
'Cause he
be a
did.
flame.
He did say that he's in like a readied state.
He also thinks he's invisible to animals, so I think.
So
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's quickly grab the three of you. Dum-dum-dum-dum.
Like we already saw like a desert freaking mice, so it's not impossible that there are like desert badgers around.
Yeah, totally.
So-
Could be.
He's not thinking like this is gonna be worst case.
Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Bring you here. This. Why? I don't understand how this works. With this amazing map, as charging at you from behind is the badger horse.
Badger.
Badger horse.
What the hell?
That none of you
It's
has
a
any idea what it is, because none of you has seen it yet. It's the badger horse, the mighty badger horse.
Dun dun dun.
The badger horse will roll into initiative. Let's remove all of these here. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. The badger horse needs some hit points. It has many hit points, as one would expect from a badger horse.
Many as a badger and a horse put together.
Dum-dum-dum-dum.
oh my god, this is gonna be my new Shadow Monsters creature.
It rolled
Oh, the
pretty
badger
bad on its hit points, but whatever. That's just how life is. It's charging, so it has bonus to its initiative. And it is a large creature. Osmar, you are thoroughly not surprised. Oliver, you know, you're not really surprised.
I'm a little bit surprised.
You are slow to act. I have put you randomly on the map, but I think this setup makes sense.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oliver's a bit behind, Osmar's somewhere in the middle, and Reuven, since you are surprised by the creature, it's probably the reason why you're surprised, because you can't see it, as it charges Oliver from the back. And Oliver, you can turn around if you want to, or you can let the creature charge you from
I'll
behind.
turn
That's
around.
totally up to you. As the creature charges at you and zooms past you because it rolled really bad. But you see a few more things from the creature. It has like the head of a badger. It has like long horse legs. As it comes closer, it looks more like stag legs. It has hoofs. As it like tries to bite you as it runs past you, see that it doesn't have teeth. It has like bone ridges instead of teeth, and as it runs by you, also notice the foul stench that comes from the creature. Just quickly see if there's something we need to. Yeah, alright. It runs past you, missing you. comes to a halt behind you, almost tumbling into the wizard, but not quite. Actually, probably continues running as it runs past you, misses you, and then Osmar, you can either get run over by the thing or jump out of the way as it like continues running.
I'll jump out of the way.
Yep. Disappearing behind another boulder. Oliver, it's your turn.
Okay. We just ran past this pretty much.
Yeah.
Like a charging attack. Okay. And I think what I'll try and do is I'll just like go next to Usmar, like in like this direction. He face like this way and it's like ready to attack. If it comes by again.
All right.
This seems to be much faster than us than his horse legs.
Osmar?
Have I lost vision of it completely?
Yeah.
And then I fizzle my magic missile.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You are fighting a creature in its terrain and knows what it's doing. Yeah. Time to roll initiative.
I'll just hold my actions though. I forgot if I have to roll for that or not.
If you're just readying an attack set to receive charge or whatever, you can just do that and do nothing else.
Yeah, I'll just.
Wait,
yeah, I'll
do I
do
have
that, yeah.
quarterstaff proficiency already? I do, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah, oh yeah, it's the dagger one that I didn't have.
Rufin, how did you roll a 2?
I have an initiative +1 on my bow.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Speed reduction.
You go first. Unfortunately, you can't see the creature.
Yeah, I can't see. I'm going to be my back against the wall. And I guess I have a one shot ready if something moves in front of me. Yeah. I'm not sure how the ready attack with the bow works, but I should at least be able to get one shot.
You can cover something. Unfortunately, you have to like somewhat decide on the region you want to cover. And whatever comes into your sight range will get shot before it gets close to you. That's cover fire.
Great. I imagine it's going to come back exactly the direction it flew off. That's where I think it's going to come.
Okay. All right. So you're covering left of the pillar in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Perfect.
sounds great.
Kitty does.
It runs up. Oh, that's the wrong token. It runs and will climb. Yeah. So she's out
Kitty
of range.
can't climb up the pillar. That's a rock pillar.
Okay.
And it's like rather steep sides. So that is not cat climbing territory. That is goat climbing
Then
territory.
she will hide. Ooh, okay. Dissimilar for all these smaller pillars as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can a cat just
She will
like,
hide
jump
like
10 feet?
What?
Can a cat just like jump 10 feet? How high can cats jump?
Kitty can easily jump up like 5 feet.
she
6 or
hides
8
behind
feet.
Ruben.
A house cat can jump between 5 and 6 times your own height. Go.
Osma.
I already quarterstaff attack.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm just chilling. I haven't rolled initiative. Ready to
The
attack.
creature, to your surprise, does not come running around the pillar. Instead of, with its goat hooves that it has, climbs up the rocky outside of the pillar, runs over the pillar, and then does a leaping attack onto Oliver.
Okay.
It is, well, that's an interesting creature. Reuven, that's like out of your cover range. You were looking somewhere else, and by the time the creature is leaping into Oliver, you would have to probably shoot into melee with Oliver to hit it. So Might
It's
have
fine.
to rethink your action. Oliver, your ready action goes off no problem. Since the creature is leaping at you, you are set to receive charge. You deal double damage, not an issue.
Oh, shit. How does it double damage work with a crit, I'm guessing?
It's just double your dice.
So the initial dice would be 66 then?
Uh,
Or 64, not 66.
84,
Oh, okay. 8.
since you
okay,
crit.
8.
So just
Oh, I see.
times 2 things. 28 points
just-
of damage.
Pretty shit, 84.
And for the record, you can add another. Well, it is a chaotic evil creature, and your spear does weird things against chaotic evil creatures. So
Chaotic evil?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
as
Oh,
the creature leaps and tries to bite you, its teeth snapping wildly again. The stench that's coming from it is so disgusting, as this ugly creature like flies off from the thing, basically just impales itself on your spear. It rolled on that one on its attack roll as well, so it's like the worst outcome possible. As the spear slides into the creature with this sizzling noise, the smell of burned rotten flesh. It's so disgusting that I would like you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
okay. 24?
Yeah, you managed to not puke, but as the creature, it slides down the shaft of your spear, dead. You just want to throw it off. It's a tall, heavy thing, so it like pushes you down. You have like 18-100 strength, so it's possible for you to pull it to the side before it plummets on top of you. The creature is dead. The smell, it's so bad.
I'll like pull out my spear, get like a decent bit away from it, and just start cleaning it off and be like, ugh, what is this creature?
I don't know. It looks cool though.
Oh, it smells disgusting.
DM, did my crown at any point glow?
No. Apart from the blood that is, and probably the innards of the creature that are spilling on the ground, it's also like from its mouth oozing a lot of bloody saliva.
Okay, but that's
My-
cool.
It definitely wanted to eat you.
I don't know, this creature just seemed to be a predator of some kind. It just attacked us out of nowhere for no reason, really. Or just a cruel beast.
That. Honestly, I do not even know what to make of this creature.
I don't know either. But I think if you want to investigate it a bit smart while I'm cleaning off my spear, feel free to.
No, I think I'm good.
All right, let's keep going then. Let's be careful of more of these though.
Not so bad. Otherwise, it would be a cool pet.
It looks to be quite large for a pet.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's like 6-7 feet tall, like 9 feet long. It is like very tall. The head is like completely the wrong head for a creature of this size.
that just makes it cooler.
Yeah, it has like this weird tail that makes no sense as well. It's like this long tail with a bushy end. It smells like rotten wet dog all around the creature. Yeah.
But Oliver, that was a
might-
pretty sick stat, dude.
Yes, I learned that when I was a guard. You use the momentum of the creature against itself, so you do more damage to it.
That probably works better with spears than it would with other weapons.
Yes, exactly. You can brace it against the ground.
That's pretty cool.
But we have a long day ahead of us. I guess we can keep going now. Do you want to do anything with the creature then?
Reuven takes a ginger gland, like a go at it, and will just try to see if the tail looks like it has a sting or anything like that. Or is it just bushy?
Do you touch it?
I
Do it.
I will take out my +2 sword, and with the tip
Touch
of
it.
it, like move it.
As you like push through it a bit with your
Yeah,
sword,
okay,
there
okay.
seems to be no bony protrusion or stinger-like thing hidden in the hairs. There's clearly the end of the tail that is way harder than the bushy hairs.
Okay. That he is satisfied. He no longer wants to be closer to it. I will go clean up the tip of his sword as well. With
Just because I will mention this, you are a ranger, so you can track creatures. That is a creature I've never seen before, so technically you don't know what the tracks look like. If that is something you are interested in, you could like look at its legs and things and like get an idea. So you could potentially identify tracks in the future.
Reuven will ask if we have the time. He would like to do that, but only if we have, if you are willing to take, if you two are willing to let him take the time.
I think it's good information to get for the future. We know what we're
All
looking
right.
at.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I do so, DM.
Yeah, you do so. Give me a ranger check.
All right.
While he's doing that, I'd like to take out one acid vial and then dump it out and pour some water from the jug into it to like flush it, and then throw the water out, and then I'll ask. I guess after Ruben's done, I'll ask him if he can cut a bit of hair off the creature into the vial.
Yeah, that is not a problem. That is easily doable, apart from the fact that it stinks, like, as I said.
But in a vial.
Rotten wet dog. No. Reuven, you try to identify the creature and its, like, hoof prints, and it is basically impossible for you to it is easy to understand the prints. Yeah, the problem is it looks basically exactly like a stag.
A stag that would a stag be able to climb like that? Like
No.
it did?
No, but the footprints of the creature, you read the prints on the ground. You can clearly see where it ran. You read them, and to you, the reading is a large stag was just bolting over the sand here. That's what you read. And then looking
What
at the
about
feet of the creature, unfortunately, they really look like stag feet.
What about the tracks on the top of the rock itself, where it launched itself at Oliver?
It's on a rock, There's not much tracks going on there.
Ah, I see. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, Reuven also does fulfills Uzma's request, and then comes back to the party like Shake said. These things are weirder than anything I've even ever seen. We've seen a lot of weird things. Looks exactly like a stag, but in my knowledge, no stag should be able to do what it did.
As you look at the
Regardless of
body
what
of the
other
creature, like the entire middle part and the feet part, it looks like a stag's body, apart from the weird color and the smell. And the wrong head and the tail that makes no sense, but
I guess I could try to dig into it and see if there's other weird things inside it, but I don't think we want to take the time and the effort and the stink that will produce. So I think this creature just confounds me. I it's quite has to be some kind of magic, but I don't know how. Or if it is nature, it is a type of nature I have never seen before. Hmm. Reuben looks a bit frustrated, but says he's done his best.
Well,
Now,
you get back to your plan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Slight interruption later.
One less badger horse in the world.
One less badger horse, yeah. And you make your way through the, let's just call them the pins, out to the ocean. Arrive somewhere here on the coast. The large boulders, they go like up to like 150, 200 feet away from the ocean, which seems to coincide with what you saw in the weird interlude.
Okay.
There's no trees here, there's no grassland, there's no maybe the ground is fertile, that's hard to say, but there's no agricultural things, no huts, no houses, nothing.
Yes. That's just in this area we're in currently, right?
Yeah, where you arrive, yeah.
All right. I think we can do we want to head south or north first, or yeah. Or does it really matter? I don't know if it matters too much. If we don't, I guess we can head south and see if we find it, and then head back north since we're gonna be leaving that way anyway. If we don't find it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I guess we start heading along the coast
Makes sense.
southwards.
but I think we don't need to go fully south because we know
No, yeah, I meant
water-
like along the coast like this, or not soon enough.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to go fully to this last hex.
Yeah, I just
Maybe
meant like
we can just-
this, and then go like this, and then make our way back this way. Like that kind of.
Sure.
Alrighty. You walk a bit. You're walking around along the shoreline. You can throw a few glances over the ocean. So it's still the ocean. There's nothing particularly interesting to see. You see you have a map of the island, so you understand that there's a bit of a cove here. There's this small yeah, you know what I mean, north of you.
Yeah.
South of you, where you will be heading. Along the coastline, you will be seeing another mountain ridge south, where you've been before. Behind the mountains is where the cactus lands is, with the fire lizards who occasionally want to eat wizards. It's like, things of that nature. Yeah. Looking over the ocean, you might see a large ocean creature. Maybe it's like, not that your player characters would notice a whale or something at some point, breaking the waves. A large tail coming up from the water.
Wait,
But
do
nothing.
whales make noises that are unhearable to humans? Or are they like...
You would hear them if you are in the water.
Okay.
You wouldn't probably wouldn't hear them if you're outside of the water, unless they're right next to you. Yeah. Nothing of the area you're traversing feels particularly familiar. Whatever that means.
Okay.
Probably the biggest mark we have is that ravine-esque thing we traveled through.
Yeah.
I think we're just glancing over the southern horizon, just see if they've seen any cracks on the ground, and then try to match it to our memory.
Yeah, or if any of like the, like, I'm not like if any of like the tree lines, whatever, look familiar, or like the scenes. we
No
found as well.
trees.
There's no trees at all. Oh, that's
No
nice.
trees
Might not have been a
anywhere.
good idea then. Guess we keep going.
Do you want to keep walking southwards, or?
Okay, I'm trying to remember. 'Cause I forgot what direction. So Reuven slash the person that Reuven was inhabiting in the memory thing. What direction did we go again?
In total, DM, I rolled a 28 on that check that I last did
Yeah.
for this. Yeah.
It's pretty easy. Like when you woke up, you had the ocean on your left, the pins on your right, and you were heading eastwards.
Okay, so it's probably like I'll get on Snap. It's probably like here or something then, probably like in this area. Because otherwise, if we're like here, they would be like to our north and the south. It was probably like on one of these like these like one of like these ridges probably. So we might find the next little bit, maybe. Probably like the best bet.
Yeah, I guess if we're already coming here, we can finish the job
Yeah, I mean,
and
All right.
see if we can find it.
continue
Yeah,
on.
just keep going in the hills.
You head southwards, like halfway down the tile, but then you like see the mountains south of you, and you don't remember seeing mountains at all southwards. So
Okay.
might just be the wrong place, or maybe I'm making things up. But
I think Reuven says this is good enough. It's not down here.
Yes, I think I agree. I think it's the other way that we were towards the forest. Maybe we just spend the rest of our
also,
day.
just to be clear, the coast isn't actually shaped like in pentagons stacked next
That is
to each
true,
other.
yeah. I see. Also, looking at the map, it's probably in the northern, like, probably like more likely in this tile then. If you look at like the actual map we have, because it looks like there's actually some like the land like right here juts out to like it's like more of a vertical like a north to south jut, so it might be like around here. I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to be going there anyway.
you head back, and like in between these two tiles, like you're passing where you took a left this early noon. You went left. Now you back to the place. This place you remember because that's where you were earlier today, and then you head further north up the coast. At which point, like, it's getting. How far did we travel? Let me just quickly. Let's go here and then. Stop being annoying. Okay, this is not doing at all what I wanted to do. Which is. Okay, then let's approximate things. Yeah. Let's say like as you getting up here, it's getting towards evening. You've been traveling, looking around. You have studied the creature that has leaped from the pillar onto you. Took some time as well. You're not really like running around because you're trying to remember things. So as it's getting towards dusk, you head up this side of the coast. And I would like all of you to make me perception checks.
Big rolls.
Big rolls. Well, Oliver's roll is the most important one because Oliver is the only one who doesn't have any form of night vision. So to you, it is the most obvious that you can see must be like 15, 20 feet off the ground, a shimmering in the air.
I'll
It's like
stop
15,
the
20
party.
feet off the ground, approximately like 500-600 feet away from you as you notice it.
Okay, so it's like a shimmering thing, 15 to 20 feet off the ground.
Mhm.
I'll like stop and point in the direction. Be like, do you guys see that? Oh, I guess when you say shimmering, do you mean like is it like light shimmering, or is it kind of like when like the air it's like hot out and the air kind of like shimmers a little bit, like it looks kind of like weirdly like
It's hard to
weird?
pinpoint. And
Okay,
actually,
okay.
as you try to pinpoint it, as you point it out to your group, the shimmering light in the air, like very quickly, like whooshes into the eastwards into the pin area. Like it's approximately like 50 feet away from the first boulder, and it just zoof, flies off to the side, disappearing.
Does it look? I mean, it might be a little hard to tell, but does it look at all similar to like the ball of light that Oliver saw before at the camp site that like started this whole thing?
Give me an int check.
Okay. Ah, fuck.
Could be the same thing.
I'll stop the party and be like, I think I saw maybe the same orb thing that I mentioned before. I'll like point out in like the general direction I saw it. I know it's getting late, but do we want to like it's getting close to nighttime? But do we want to try to search it out?
I don't see what we can get from finding it, especially if it flies
Well, I don't know if we're
or is
trying to find
invisible
it.
or something.
It might be trying to show us something.
That's
Or
very hopeful thinking.
maybe, but I don't know. We can just stop here and camp here for the night, or we can go a bit more into the pins and see if it's there. See if it triggers the memory.
We're gonna be adventuring for multiple days. I don't see any reason to push ourselves on this particular day.
Okay, just keep that in mind. I guess we can go there, do that first thing tomorrow, and just see if that's where might be where what we're looking for.
As you're thinking
Okay.
about these things, like 2-3 minutes later, the shimmer appears again.
I mean, I'll look at it. Is it try to like focus my gaze on it a bit more to see if it, like the colors match up to the other one?
Not really.
Oh wait.
Neither does the
Not really.
form, nor does the.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's in the same spot as it was in before.
Okay. And I'll read that to the party and be like, I don't think it's the same thing that gives us the vision, but it looks kind of similar, but different shape, different colors. I don't know.
Do the rest of us see it now?
Yeah, you can look at it. As I said, it's a bit harder for you because you have like weird vision glitches going on. So, but you can like try to focus on where Oliver's pointing, and you notice something shimmering in the air. Again, it's like there for 2-3 minutes, and then it whoosh gets it disappears into the pins.
That might just be what it does. If we're camping here, I guess. Do we want to camp here still?
Sure.
Up to you
Are
both.
we? Are there rocks here, DM? Or do we have to go?
You are on the beach stretch. That's like 150 to 300 feet wide. And then the pins start also If you want to go back to the
It's
rocks
probably-
and hide somewhere in there, it's totally doable. Or you can be on the beach where you can see in all directions for 100 feet without problems.
Do we want to be on the beach, or I feel like it might be better to be on the rocks, like to at least have one side of us covered, but it also seems like we'd have better vision on the beach. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's a trade-off. There's pros and cons to both. I don't think we should. I think we just stay on the beach for now. Might as well have better vision.
Yeah, we can.
It also means there's only one side of us that can really be attacked, or one of our sides is just covered by the ocean. So I think we should be fine.
So we'll camp here.
As it gets a bit darker again, Osmar, this is probably you who notices. Yeah, the other two are looking at the light that's appearing like north of you. It like keeps doing the same thing. It appears. A few minutes later, whooshes into the pins. A few minutes later, appears again. You notice that, like 200-300 feet behind you, there's a second one of these lights. Doing
Is it also,
seemingly the
wait,
same thing.
Is the elevation similar?
Yes.
And just to be clear, the image I'm having is that it's pretty high. It's like in the sky.
15-20 feet off from the ground. So
Oh, okay, sorry.
yeah.
Is it also whooshing
Yes.
eastwards?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make note of that to the party. Because there's a second light.
I don't think we have any idea what it means. I feel like it could just as easily be trying to help us as harm us.
Wait, how far away was it? Is it 200, 300 feet?
Mm-hmm.
That's not like a long distance to walk. We can just go look at it close.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. It can't take a few minutes to get there.
Sure.
Now as it's
Ruben will
getting
say-
darker and you see the second one as well. Ruben, quickly say what you want to say.
These don't seem like creatures.
No.
That's what he says
I
to the
don't know
boss.
if they're spirits or whatnot, but there's something.
Yeah. As you're getting
Okay.
closer to the thing, like 200 feet away, 150 feet away, it appears again. You notice that it seems to have vaguely the shape of a humanoid.
Oh,
We're getting baited. Is it trying to lure us?
It's a weirdly,
Maybe.
vaguely humanoid shape looking towards the ocean.
does the person look like any of the people that we saw in the vision?
If you
Or
want
is
to
it
get
too
like
vague for it?
really
It's hard to say.
close and get a good look, like you're 100 feet away, 150 feet
Yeah,
away.
I think we can get a bit closer.
Yeah, sure. You can
Yeah,
walk
sure.
all the way up to it. Like before you arrive at it, it gets whooshed away again. So you have to stand there for a few minutes to watch it reappear.
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
Yeah, reappears. Seems to be a woman. Like with this shimmering light thing, whatever this is, it's hard to exactly make out like facial structures, but the body shape seems to be human female size, human female, a bit on the small side maybe. And it's just staring at the ocean, and then, like from an invisible force, it gets pushed backwards.
Oh, does it look like the humanoid gets shoved?
If by shoved, it's perceivably, if it's like a giant that is shoving somebody backwards with like 50 feet per second. It's like really, really fast moving backwards.
Okay.
Okay. like while it's gone, I think I'll talk to the group. I think when it comes back, I'm gonna try talking to it.
Give me the thing,
What thing?
the scepter,
Oh, the rod. Yeah, I have
rod,
to.
the rod. I detect magic.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah. Mm, but it's not what you would expect it to be. Like, it's not an illusion. It is.
No, I wasn't expecting it to be an illusion.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like some like, creature making an illusion to try to trick you. That's why I said not what you're expecting it to be.
Oh, I guess I did expect that earlier. Sorry.
Yeah, it is clearly magical. It is a very strong magical effect. It's not overwhelming, but it's strong. And it's not only around the thing in the air that is magical. It seems a bit more like it's once again one of these magical areas that you're in here. There seems to be a residual or maybe stuck magical effect hanging over the land. It's like very strong in the places where in the place where you see the thing appearing and disappearing, but it's also like flowing out from the area.
I'll try to detect alignment on it. I guess this is when it appears.
Uh-huh. Mm. Just quickly see.
This rod is so OP.
Pretty good, yeah. All the detect spells are like really nice to have, just
Yeah.
without having to spend resources on them.
Oh, no, that's where I wanted to look. Yeah. It is evil aligned.
Okay. I guess I make note of that to the party.
Alright, I guess like as Usmar's doing that, I'll like try to talk to it.
Oh, no reaction whatsoever.
No reaction. Okay.
Reuven also gets within 30 feet of it with his crown to see if it glows.
No.
Ooh, I hope it doesn't anger it.
We just because it's right with the undead, you'll
Oh,
detect
I
it.
already
It'll
said
start
it.
burning.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but I guess I
You will detect it, all right.
guess I committed to it.
No, does not glow. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I'll guess I'll detect the evil intent.
0.
All right, I'll relay that as well. It doesn't appear to react or have any evil intents. Drug? Do we just? I don't. But you said it was evil, Usmar.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to be around here for this. I imagine the other one is just like the same. Are they trapped or what? I don't even know.
Oh no.
I don't know. This doesn't really feel like a good place to camp if there's like strong magic just radiating around here.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we should go a bit more inland and listen to the pins, and then camp out there.
We can, yeah.
Go like a mile in and go from there.
When magic detection says that there's no longer the aura.
Yeah. You head in between a handful of these large boulders, and as you like come past 2-3 of them, you see another one of these light things appear. It is again, this time not so far off the ground, but then again you think you've been like slightly walking up from the beach area, so it's maybe approximately the same height as the other ones in the air, so this time it's only like 10 to 15 feet off from the ground. It is by this time you suspect nothing bad will happen if you get closer and look at these things. Seems to be a child running. It is running deeper into the area, and then like you see it run for like 15 seconds, and then after 15 seconds it also gets like whooshed away.
What direction are they getting whooshed away?
More or less eastwards.
Okay, and were both of the other ones also getting pushed away roughly eastwards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you want, you can try to math it out, but
Maybe you
that's
wanna-
approximately the
Is it
direction.
are they like getting pushed or are they getting sucked? Or is it like kind of hard to tell?
Definitely.
They're drawn, I guess,
Define
right?
your
Like,
question. How would you determine the difference?
Yeah, I guess that's hard. I guess is force being applied from like one direction and they're going in the direction of east, or does it look like they're being like drawn, like being like pulled into the eastward direction? I guess. Like like force being applied, like are they being like sucked in from the east, or are they being like pushed from the west and then going east because of like the
I think
the
what
force?
he means to say is that it seems like there's a force applied to like one particular part of the body, or is it like evenly spread amongst the entire body?
You
Yeah, that's a good
know,
way to phrase it.
it's a bit weird. It's definitely not one point. It's definitely not like something is getting hooked on them and then ripping them away. Like if it's like a rope around the waist, it would look very different. But it's also not like a static body getting shoved. It's more like, it's so quick at the beginning where it's getting whooshed away that it's hard to exactly make it out. Maybe if you study it, you can make out more, but the body is definitely moving a bit weird. And it's more or less instantly getting accelerated, which means something to Usma, not to the rest of you, but to Usma this means very, very heavy thing or very large momentum.
Yeah, I'll point that out to everyone and just like say they're all going like in eastward direction. They all seem to be like all basically whatever you just told me. They might be all going to the same place or at least in the same direction. I mean, I don't even know. This all seems very strange, and I don't know if this is what we're looking for or not. But I don't know where we'll be able to find a safe place to camp. Either.
Wait, like, can you restate what Osmar understood?
If somebody were to like pull something,
Yeah.
or like how a creature would accelerate, even if like hit by, like, for example, if a giant would kick you, you would accelerate somewhat, like noticeable. There would be like a slow beginning to the acceleration, and then you would be progressively getting faster and flung away. And here it's like basically instantly high speed. So very, very high force. And must be very high surface because it was like a punctual force. Then it would just penetrate the body and move.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. But it wasn't like. But the body doesn't seem like a material body.
The thing that you see
Yeah.
seems to be ghostly in nature.
Okay. And I guess I assume that ghost physics is somewhat similar to real physics.
You know that you've been ghosting around for a bit in your wraith form.
Oh yeah.
If to your wraith form, this would make exactly zero sense. Any like physical force hitting your wraith form would just disperse your wraith for a bit and then it's done.
Yeah. But maybe like a super concentrated, super strong, well structured wind.
In theory. But like now I have the time it takes to transfer the momentum from the time it takes to increase the momentum of the ghost body is very, very limited. Very, very short.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
I
Do we
don't know
try
if
to
you have
move away from this area and these weird, spooky ghosts? Do we
don't
sleep
know.
next to them?
I don't know if we have time to get away from them. We don't really know how wide their domain is. It's already quite late. I think we can go for a bit longer, but if we just come across another one, I think we might just have to sleep next to them. I mean, it's already night and they don't seem to be doing
Okay.
anything, so I don't know if they'll do something more when like the full nighttime comes.
I guess we try to move like more northwards to get away from the direction they're going. I guess. And just use the limit until fully nightfall we move and then we count down.
Okay, so just get like a mental image. We're like a mile into the pens and then we're heading north. Okay.
Yeah. You head northwards. You come across a fourth of these things on your way. Another one that is running and then getting whooshed away. This one, also a child.
This one also getting whooshed away into the east?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's two people this time. It's a child and a woman that is like pulling the child behind her, and then they.
Okay, I got a question for Ruben since he'll be the one to know this. Is it east or is it northeast they're getting pulled? Like, I'm basically I'm thinking, are they getting pulled towards like the volcano in the middle, or is it just like pretty much like due east into like the pens? I think. Or, I think it was Ruben since Ruben has direction sense.
More definitely does not seem to be the direction of the volcano.
Okay.
Oh, also, can I roll for school with the detect magic? Success.
It is a bit weird. It has like not really a clear school, but there's definitely like parts of like a mixture of necromantic and an illusion in the thing.
Oh, that's weird. I think necromancy and illusion are closed schools. I don't mention that to the party not to avoid implying something that I don't want to imply. Because I'm unsure yet what conclusions to draw from this.
Ready. Yeah, I think like once we see like the fourth one, we're just like, I think we're just gonna have to deal with this everyone. I don't think we'll be able to get far enough away from it.
I mean, the fourth one is like 200 feet away from the third one. So.
Oh, okay. So then I can never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep going then. I thought it was like after we
Yeah.
traveled
As,
to the fourth
as you're heading northwards, you encounter a fourth one, and then you head further northwards, and then you encounter no more.
one. I see.
That's what I
Okay, I
wanted
see.
to.
Okay. Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, also at one point there was a woman and a child.
Mhm.
Does it seem like the humanoids that get conjured or whatever, they're always the same? It's not like a woman and a different child or a man and a child.
Uh,
Seems to always be the same.
in the
people.
same spot, it's always the same
Okay.
shape.
Interesting.
Okay, I guess when we get like a little bit away, I guess like because we're camping for tonight, so let's hope none of those ghost things come after us.
Alrighty. You head down. Do you have... No, you have no magic means of camping, so it's just tents again.
Yeah.
2 normal tents, 1 slightly singed tent. You plop down your tents. And same watch order as last night?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Wait.
Mhm.
Who is currently holding the ring of spell storing?
It's on Reuben. He's not have. It's on a unequipped finger.
Hmm.
Do you want it?
No, I was just wondering if Oliver wants to hold it just in case he needs to pop ultra vision or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a light stone, but I don't know if it's
Yeah.
like I can. That's probably like. They're also like glowing themselves, so it's probably like if it's a ghost thing, we should be fine. We should notice them.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I think we should be fine on that front, unless there's more like badger horses. Yeah, I think we should be fine.
Also,
Wait.
just for the... as dusk comes, there's also like some more screams echoing from deeper inland.
Were ghosts the things that we wanted to use the scarab of protection for?
I don't remember. I think it was ghost or the banshee or the death knight. It was one of those two. No, was that? It might have been
No.
for the vampire. The vampire thing is what we wanted to use it for.
The vampire was definitely one of them, but I don't remember if ghosts were also.
I might have been ghost as well. I forgot
Yeah,
the scare
because
protection.
they wanted to use the scarab of protection for the tower, but I don't think banshees or death knights have anything that drains levels. So
Oh,
maybe
that's right. I think
What
you're
tower?
right.
maybe
Oh, the lighthouse.
What lighthouse?
Oh, true. What lighthouse? Yeah. That's what nearest for. Okay, to remind us when we get back.
I pull out my scarab of protection from my magical pouches and the memories flood back into my head as I'm reminded. Does someone want to wear the scarab?
I guess who's ever on watch can wear it for the night.
That doesn't work with Reuben's necklace, right?
Might be problematic. Does not
It
have
is a
to be.
question mark. Very big question mark.
Give it to Oliver.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll write it down.
Wait, what does the dagger of throwing do again? Wait, did I already have it identified, or did I just put that name on it? Because I think
I think we identified it and you deduced like that's what it was.
I'm just gonna read my notes.
Throw it doubles its damage dice. +2 dagger.
+2 if you throw it doubles its damage dice.
I don't know if we got anything else from it. So it'd be like 2d4 +2. Unless there's other effects that I don't know. I think that's all we identified.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Did we trade away both of the axes?
I don't remember.
Still have the +4 axe.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. I think we hit off the bed.
Why are daggers piercing weapons? That makes no sense.
Slashing dag. I don't know. It's a tangent. It's basically it's faster to stab than just the slash. I think with a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
That's like why you generally
They're
use
made
it.
for stabbing.
Also, you can use to like slip in between like plates and chains and stuff like that, and like pieces of armor. Or if you slash, then it just like cuts into the armor, doesn't do anything.
What if I make a +4 dagger of rope cutting that functions as a +4 only when cutting rope? That would be because that's slashing, right? That's not piercing.
It'd be like cutting. I guess it'd be slashing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, wait until you fight against the rope monster, and then you'll be people will be envious of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. First watch, Reuven.
Hello.
Nothing interesting happens.
Okay.
Not even a shrew.
Reuben wakes up Oliver and will continue his tradition of trying to sleep with the crown on.
Alright.
All right, I get all my stuff on, put the scarab on, getting ready to just be way late in the night, like with the big ghost, like ephemeral figures.
You know, Oliver. An hour or so into your watch. The oh so familiar imagination of flickering light.
Is it which flickering light is it?
The same one you thought last night that it wasn't there before it was obviously there.
All right, I will pull out the rod of alertness, have it in my hand.
Like last night.
Oh yeah, exactly like last night. I'm gonna cast detect. I'm gonna use it to do detect evil, because I can do it faster than concentrating.
Yeah. No evil around that you can
I'll
scan.
I'll speak out in like a low voice, like, "What are you?" Towards like the direction of the light.
Oh, there is no light. It's just the
Oh, there is-
flicker,
okay.
the shifting shadow, the thing you thought last night that you saw, but then you thought, oh no, must be imagining things, and then it came again, and then a few minutes later you were blown up by the lightning orb.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like hyper aware this time, but still kind of just be like ready to just. I don't even know what I'm ready to do. I'm just ready. Ready to do something.
You ready to do something? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. He doesn't know if that thing was harmful or helpful or neither.
Yeah. You are ready and alert for 15 minutes.
Fine.
Nothing comes. The light does not shape around you. 30 minutes. Still nothing.
I think after 30 minutes, they'll start to relax a bit more and just like go back to just like regular watch. Still on edge, but not just like tensed up.
You know, still like maybe you're just a bit paranoid, but from time to time you still think like the shadows are shifting around you, but still for the rest of the night nothing appears.
Okay. Wake up Usmar. Get to the morning's routine.
Part of the morning routine is the echoing screams.
The terrible land.
But nothing has tried to murder you in the night, which is good, right?
Yeah, we didn't get put into a dream state as well this time, which is nice.
Oh, how windy is it, by the way?
It is very, very small amounts of wind. It's just, you are on the ocean side, so there's a lot of potential of wind, and like you're not so deep into the pins that the wind is already all gone. So, yeah, it's tiny amounts of wind. Definitely more wind on the ocean side than in here, but still a bit.
Just memorizing spells today.
Yep. For 70 whole minutes.
Okay,
Nice.
so I think after that, after, assuming we don't get waylaid, probably start memorizing spells. I think we have two points of interest now that we can look into. Wherever those weird orb things are, like those like ghostly figures like got sucked into. I don't know if that's like a they all got sucked in the same direction. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. And the other place where or, like trying to find the start of where our dream visions follow that path. I don't. They might be connected, however.
Yeah.
Well, where do you head in the morning? Do you head deeper inland? Do you head back to the ocean?
I think. I think we should head back the way we came last night. Getting back to the coast. Then we can go from there.
Wait, what?
So we went like east and then north a little bit. I think we should
Yeah.
just reverse our tracks and get back to the coast we were at before we like had the ghostful figures pop up.
Okay.
But I guess the question is, do we want to find the place in our dreams things that we like keep trying to look for that place, or go after the new thing, which is the potential like where those ghost things are going to move to, or just I don't know. Might be a red herring, the ghost things. Or they might be connected. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we can. I think okay. Yeah, but here's a suggestion. We can go back to the place we saw. The coast that we were at. Keep moving along the coast. See if we can find the place in our vision. And if we can't find it, we can go back and try to find the follow where the ghosts were going into like out east from this area.
I think moving along the coast is fine.
Okay.
Right. You head back to the coast. And as you step out from like the last of the boulders onto the area of the coast, you know, now that it's early morning and you like have this angle, it seems familiar.
Okay.
I'll look around and be like, it's the place. That seems like it might be. Oh, wait. Oh, it's like wait. This might mean that we were going to be following the ghost or the ghostful figures anyway, since we had to go into the sticks or the pins.
What?
Well, because we woke up here, I think, in the dream, and then we went east, and then we went into the pins, which is where we went when we saw the ghostful figures.
Okay.
But I think we're just following them anyway. Unless I'm mistaken.
I think that's
I think so.
reasonable.
Right. Well, I guess.
DM, do we see the ghostly figures now, or roughly where they were before? Do we see anything happening there?
You know, it is like bright sunlight out. It's hard to see light against light, and they have like this weird light shimmery thing. That's why it was so easy to see them at night. Now that it's bright daylight, you can't easily see them, which means they are either not here or you can't see them. One of the two things.
I guess we have the day to spend looking, trying to find the place where we started traveling.
Yes, I guess so. I guess let's start now.
As I said, like it feels familiar, so this must be the general area.
Okay, so I guess we have to find we can like search the little coast a bit more and try to find the ravine or the area that we started our path on.
The ravine was at the mountains.
Oh, okay. So we have to find so we just gotta find we gotta find like the kind of exact location in our dream then, I guess. And then head east and then head into the pins from there. Basically, we could just explore a bit around here if it's familiar.
We're currently at the village area, or near this village that we started at, and then we
Yes.
kind of started traveling, skipped a period of time of traveling, and then
Oh,
arrived
that's
at the
right.
mountain area where there was the ravine, and where somewhere at some point at the ravine we encountered the wizards and died.
Okay, so that's right. I forgot about the time skip. So I think we just gotta like. So we're in like the
So
familiar area.
we
Yeah.
think the ghosts that we see, these gifts of ghosts flashing in the air, are coming from not the place that we died, but the village.
It might that might be the case. So, like the village might have been slaughtered, and then that's just the the rain to them. That might be that's not a bad assumption. I guess we can travel a bit further north we can travel a bit further along the coast and see if we find anything else that seems more familiar. But I think we're in the general location, so I should be more like a mile ahead, mile or 2 miles ahead. I don't know if we want to do that, or we can just go into the pens now and just try to find the trail that we went on.
Because we still don't have the memory of the trail, so we
That's
don't
true.
really
Yeah, I
have
keep
any
forgetting about
way
that. I think we're just gonna
get
have to. Yeah, we're kind of just gonna have to guess and go from there. So I think just going to the pens now might be the best bet.
I feel like looking. My intuition here says that these ghosts are coming from the village because there's women and children. There was no women and children in the ravine fight.
That is true.
So I
Yeah.
think this is from the village, and the village was near the coast. So we can just spend some time here looking for the exact village spot, but it's probably going to be difficult. And we'll just spend time until it's night time, and then we can follow the ghosts.
Wait. Let's just take a
try.
breather.
Yeah.
It seemed like if we are to assume that the dream we had was a vision of a past event, and that these ghostly figures being sucked in somewhere seems like related to this event. It feels like there probably was a lot of tragic deaths, which probably implies at least some undead. I don't know how. Are they always strong when they die? Can you have a weak undead spawn from a tragic death, or are they always like really bad?
From your understanding, and you have been spending a lot of time with Nier, like working on your undead proficiency, undead lore proficiency, like your run-of-the-mill natural quote-unquote undead, like skeletons and zombies, they could be just random coincidence. Anything like really strong, for example, the ghosts. Not that you know too much about them, but a ghost that is like somebody getting brutally murdered, brutally tricked into dying. Like there's like some really heinous shit going on when that happens. Like there's intense emotions getting stuck, intense. Basically, usually the life energy would be more or less quickly drain into the negative energy plane. So it dissipates. And for some reason, the life essence is so bound to the place that it doesn't. And for this to happen, like in a certain area, and not just create like a random dink one hit die skeleton creature, there must be a lot of crazy things going on. So in theory, an entire village getting slaughtered might create enough residual to create some powerful undead creatures, including ghosts. It's hard to say, it's not an exact science.
But if there is, oh my god, sorry. If there would if an undead were to be created naturally,
Hmm.
the naturally created undead would never be like a simple zombie or skeleton. It would always be something at least somewhat significant.
No, it could be a zombie or a skeleton,
Oh,
but
okay.
then it's like I think your the intent in created is more powerful than a random coincidence. Like skeletons and zombies, random coincidence. That's just something
Oh,
going wrong,
okay.
and then something gets stuck, and then we have a skeleton.
Okay.
That's just this is like completely just random,
Okay.
and for like a ghost, that's definitely not random.
Okay. Yeah, it just feels like in the vision we saw, feels like at least the villagers felt betrayed. And if they fucking turned their weapons against them, it seemed pretty tragic to me. So I would not put it beyond that there's at least some undead living here, or not living here, somewhere nearby. But I think as long as we're aware of that, I don't think we need to be super worried. Just have it
Do we
in the
know
back of our
how
minds.
how do we fight strong undead then? Just make sure we hit them with our magic weapons.
Yeah, I think it depends how strong. If they're ghosts, I think those only appear during the night. And when they do appear in the night, then I think magic weapons should be fine. If it's something a lot more powerful, then I don't know. Then it's a big unknown territory.
How large was the village that we came out of DM as
Mm,
gravel and clay?
um, you know, it's like your village.
Okay.
It's all of them.
Yeah.
From what you saw like at least 20 or so people with you on your raiding party.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
I guess we
probably
can
like a
calculate
couple
that.
hundred, maybe. Like 20
Yeah.
people guarding. Like at least 100 to 200.
Not all of the people with you were guardians, so
Oh, okay. So it's probably like at least 100 people. Like 20 people went off just out of the village to do a thing. It's at least like 100. I'd still say about 100, 200 at least. That makes
yeah,
sense.
potentially.
Like a decent sized village, like, a couple dozen houses probably.
Yeah, and I don't know, because it seems that children died, and usually that's pretty sad.
Yeah. And yeah, I think we just, yeah. So I guess just be aware of undead, and then we just gotta keep going looking for it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess there's not really much else we can do.
Yeah, I don't really have any way to, we don't have near Kalirn with us, we don't really have any way to counter it. So we just gotta go for it.
Nope.
Well, you have your undead slaying crown, so
True.
That's true. Oh, I totally forgot.
Yeah.
if there's a sneaky
Well, at least
ghost,
we'll be
the
aware of
sneaky
it.
ghost will get burned before it gets to sneak up on you.
And to like glow up and show it and like light up for us, I think.
Yeah.
We'll be aware. We'll be able to sneak. We'll be aware it's sneaking upon us.
Yeah.
Right, so I guess we no. They're probably not ghosts because the crown will light up. So they're probably something else.
Yeah.
Oh well. We got this.
Yeah.
So both of you are in favor of trying to find this village that was maybe
Yeah.
slaughtered?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then trying to find the path from there towards where we went in our vision.
I mean, the area of the village, it must be like basically where you are.
Okay. So then we just literally just have to go. I think we just go on the pins then from here. Like just try to find just follow the path that we skipped over in our dream and just go from there.
Oh, because I think it's probably going to be where these spirits that appear for a couple of minutes and come back are going.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So
We
we-
gotta go east from there, basically. Like we go to where we were, where we first saw the spirits, and then like go in roughly the direction they're being sucked into. 'Cause I think it's roughly where we went before.
Ooh.
I think.
So to confirm, when those spirits appeared and Uzma looked at the magic, there was weird undead magic aura. And then when we left area, there was no longer that weird magic undead aura.
Nobody
Where we
Honestly,
checked.
left.
we didn't check the
Oh,
second
we
time.
didn't. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Are we? Can we get to a place that we are pretty sure is near where one of the blinking one was?
Yeah,
Even if we
out
got
here,
to it.
where you are now.
Okay.
I think we just-
Uzma, can we check for that magic aura to see if we can track it by that even during the day?
Sure. I'll check the magic aura of just the surrounding area.
Yeah. You check for magic randomly in the air. You don't really know where to focus, so you just focus somewhere randomly, which takes you a few minutes of walking down the beach to find a spot where you can clearly see the magic aura of the apparition, whatever we want to call it, which then gets zoomed away. It's like looking in the air and you see like this glow of red in the air, which like signifies like I'm just using red for example here, signifies the necromantic part of the thing, and then you have the other illusion part that's like around it, and then you see like this long stripe of red disappearing into the distance. Which lingers in the air. So from your magic vision, now that you're looking at it without like focusing back and forth between magic and light, and you're just focusing on magic, you see like the complete path of the thing that's appearing in the sky, and it's there the whole time.
Oh, okay.
With the complete path of the thing.
Yeah, like when you see, when you look at it like from a non-magic view, you see like a human appearing in the sky, standing there, and then getting whished away.
Yeah.
Like you see the light disappearing into the distance, and then it's gone, and then a few minutes later it appears again. And from magic vision, you see the spot where the GIF begins, and then you see like the streak of the magic disappearing into the east, and like you see basically the whole area of effect of the ghost GIF. You see it in magic vision. You see it the whole time. The complete aura is there all the time.
Okay. And can I see now that I see like I guess am I seeing the line to which it gets like whooshed to? Or the direction
Into the pins you would have to follow it only 60 feet. So
yeah, but it seems like a straight line, like it doesn't seem to have much curvature.
from what you can see, it's basically a straight line, yeah.
And I can from there extrapolate approximately, but it looks something like this.
Slightly like how much time do you want to spend?
I'll spend
Like you have
time.
18 in, so you can math out a lot of things if you want to. You can
Yeah.
find a few reference points. You can like find a few of the apparitions and try to get a better understanding, like where they.
Yeah, I think that is a worthwhile endeavor.
Alrighty.
We can spend like an hour or two doing that.
Do you have
the
like
rest
an
of the day doing that.
engineering proficiency or something like this? No.
No,
No. Do you have any math
I-
proficiency?
have anatomy.
Anatomy. Okay. Nope. Then
The anatomy of
just
the ghost.
give me
You have
a
a
int check.
Mm,
Or give me int plus perception divided by 2, and then so take 9 away from this, and what's half your perception?
can I
Well,
plus
five.
one from direction sense proficiency helping?
So 9 away from this, or no, it's 22. Right,
22,
-5,
okay.
+5.
All right. Your direction sense will be very helpful to interpret the direction that Usma comes up with. But Usma has to come up with the direction by himself. Yeah. You get it. You find like a few reference points. You find like 3-4 of these ghosty shimmering things, and map them down, and then try to like get them closer together, so you can find like a good direction.
Oh yeah, I have cartography. That helps.
Yeah, true. You have a bunch of things that could be very helpful. And what it comes up to is that there does not seem to be a discrete or concrete point of direction. Like it's not pointing towards something specific. But as you do the process, it seems to be pointing away from something.
Oh, it's like like for example, this would be going this way, and then this thing would be going this way. They're like escaping something here.
Yeah.
Oh, we can go towards
Then
the thing they're escaping, I guess.
And from your best guess as you bring this together, it seems to be like it's not from the lines. It doesn't end up in a point anywhere. But generally speaking, it's always away from the ocean.
okay, I explained that to the boys. I wonder. Oh wait, what? Sorry. Can you remind me what the terrain here looks like?
This is like basically you have this strip of oceanside. That's like 100 to 500 feet wide, where it's like the beach. And then this area with these large boulders begins. And the area with the large boulders more or less ends on the side of the mountains.
Okay, so this is mountains and this is with large boulders. And
Exactly.
did the vision that we had, did that have any uh did it seem like there were boulders in that terrain?
Yes, that's what's named the pins.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I don't know why they'd be running away from the ocean, but it seems that they are running away from the ocean.
Okay.
Do you tell this to the rest of the party?
Yeah.
Well,
I-
I could think of either the water itself is not good, and these undead don't like it, or there is something inside water or on the coast. Either below ground or somewhere in the water.
Did we give
Near-
away that Cloak of Monterey at some point?
Yeah, we did a long time ago.
Oh my god.
But we buried it.
Buried
We
it
didn't
with
give
car.
away.
Yeah,
We buried it
that is
away.
true. Yeah,
Oh,
we got to go back out east and redig out the body.
because I do not feel very comfortable in this area using water breathing because it might just get sapped out.
Yeah,
And that would be pretty awkward.
Yeah, I think.
You go first.
No, I think I don't know. You can go. I'm just gonna ramble. I don't have anything clear. I'm saying.
Tested this out before, but a skill, I guess. But my sort of magic, not your spells. I can look through the eyes of water creatures. So
Yeah.
I might be able to find. We might be able to find a way. If we can convince a water creature to go down there, I might be able to look through its eyes.
Yeah, I just need to speak to a water creature, I guess.
I might be able to do that. I don't know. I've never tried. I might.
Can the prying eyes go underwater?
Doesn't state that they cannot.
Yeah, but I don't know if that counts as touching, because I think if they just touch a wall, they get disintegrated, but obviously they can touch air.
I don't think they get disintegrated. They have hit points.
I thought that if they bump into a wall, they get destroyed.
No, I think they have like 1 hit point.
Mhm.
And they have like 18 AC or something.
The bigger problem with the water is that the light quickly disappears.
Just
Yeah.
toss in a lightstone.
You just don't know how. The problem is we don't know where they're searching, so it's also only 60 feet. I mean, we can just send them down there. It's not gonna hurt anything, and like just see.
We just say follow the lightstone and then we throw a lightstone down.
Yeah, but we don't. You know, I don't know. Maybe we can just like send them down there to see if they search for like a cove or something, like on the side of the thing. But I don't know what we're searching for exactly. Or just trying to find like an underground river or something.
So I don't think this is the case, since this terrain already seems like the vision. But in the east, it seems that there were at least some towns that got, as the world shift or as the earth shifted, some towns got like sunken under. So I was wondering if maybe this was where the town used to be, and that was like a tragedy place, and then they're all running away from that. But also, we haven't seen. Also, but the fact that there's like a beach here.
Yeah, because the other place where like that fell off was like a sheer cliff face, pretty much into the ground, into the ocean.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm fine
think,
with sending prying eyes, but it would just kind of I don't know if we'll find anything really.
yeah, I think it's improbable.
I think our best bet is still just going into the pins and trying to find the place, like the weird monoliths and stuff like that. But I don't know. You don't really have much else to go off of at the moment because they're being repelled
Well,
by
we
something near the ocean. That's about all we know.
First, so we don't forget this place, DM, we'll
Yeah.
use our mapping skills to like put.
Oh,
Oh, you're cutting out a bit, Michael.
Put.
What?
He got put.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh no, my Discord is going from the 60 ms to like 2000 ms, and it's just,
Yeah, it does that sometimes.
oh no, oh no.
You sound good now.
Okay, we put a marker on a map so we can get back to this place if we want to DM.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
I mean,
do we
it's
want to?
somewhere up there where the ghosts are, so it's pretty easy to find, I guess.
Do we want to
Hold on.
follow the ghost paths to the other
I
side
think-
where they're going, or do we not?
I don't
care?
think I think they're just being like repelled by something. I don't think they're like going in a specific direction.
Okay.
That's like what we inferred. I think we thought they were going in a specific direction, and then like when Usmar was like they're all being pushed from the same, like they're all being like pushed from like us the same spot, kind of like from something out here. I think our best bet right now, like we can do that later after. I'm fine with doing that later, but I think for now, I think we should go into the pins and try to recreate our steps from the vision.
Okay.
Retrace our steps.
All right.
yeah.
Alrighty. You make your way into the pins eastwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty easy walk to get through the pins. Nothing tries to murder you. No stag, horse, beaver monsters try to bite you or jump at you from elevated areas. And you come up to the... It's a bit of a weird situation where like the boulder area ends and the mountainside starts. It's almost like a belt on this side as well. Like on the other side you have like the beach, and here you have like a rocky sandy area. It's like the elevation slowly gets higher, and then as you at some point it feels like you're leaving the last boulder behind, and the mountains begin 500 feet away from you, like really begin 500 feet away from you. So there's like almost a spelt of in-between land.
And in our vision, DM, were we getting close to this belt? Did we see this belt?
Oh, this is where the second part of your vision kind of started.
Got
Okay,
it.
Like
Okay.
you
Okay, so
left
we're
the boulders behind. Then the scout came from the side and talked with your leaders.
Okay. Oh, so we're on the right path then. I think we just keep going then.
You're in
And
the
the
generally
ravine-
right area. Yeah.
Okay. And there was like some sort of ravine / path area
Uh-huh.
on this, or
But as I
think
said,
we're-
like all the way, like in between the Deadlands and the mountain area is like this belt. So this, in theory, could be way further north, could be way further south, where there are places that where the ravine starts. You kind of have to find the right ravine.
yeah.
I think once we just have to get to the mountains and then just kind of like go up and down until we find it. I feel
Yeah,
like.
that's basically where you are now.
Okay, so yeah, just do that then.
Are you
Cool with
going
it.
north or south? That's like the one choice you have to make now.
You guys can decide. Is there a preference?
No preference.
All right. Let's say south.
It's raining.
We do the same thing we did at the coast on the other side. We go as south as we can until we think this is definitely no longer the place we were, and then we start going north.
All right.
That's the plan.
You turn southwards and walk down. How do you go about identifying the correct ravine? There is multiple ravines. This is like a mountain area. You can, from time to time, see something that is could be the correct place. Are you just hoping to luck into the right thing, or do you try and error, basically?
Wait, where was the first set of monoliths in relation to the ravine? Was it like
15, 20 minutes up? But then
Okay,
again,
so it's
could
past
be
it, okay.
way more, could be less time in your dream state.
Yeah,
You never
I just
went
wanna make
through the pins, so maybe you entered the ravine and then the next concrete vision was 2 hours later.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure like the monolith wasn't like right like in the ravine or like right at the exit of the ravine, then we can like,
No.
identify it pretty easily.
At least 15 minutes up.
Okay, so I think we just have to. I think we just have to kind of like go for the best. I don't know if we have a definitive plan for identifying the ravine.
From what I understand from what Duck said, we have trial and error, which will take time, and luck, which we'll just have to hope for luck. Do we want to just spend the time and effort?
I think we can do that. We're already on a clock right now.
Yeah.
I guess that's the plan
That
then.
was a better plan. Was there something in the dream? Was there something in the dream that like is there was there any like identifying marks?
The only
guess
thing
the
that I
monolith.
remember the monolith was like 15 minutes after the ravine. That's the only thing that was identifiable.
Okay,
I think we just have to.
when
I think we have to like cross
15
into. Like, so, oh, sorry.
I'm slightly confused then. If you say the 15 into the ravine, where
No,
is the
past the
ravine?
ravine. I think past the ravine is what I meant to say. Like we go
We
through
got-
the ravine, we get on the other side of it, and then 15 minutes past that is like the monolith, if I remember correctly. If I understood correctly.
Are the monoliths on this belt of nothing, no mountains and no rocks, or is the monoliths in one of those two areas? Yeah.
Let's just quickly take a step back and let's make sure that we are talking about the same thing. So when I'm saying ravine, I mean like a break in between like two mountain rocks. So there's like a rock on the left side and a rock on the right side, and then in between is a ravine. It's not like a valley. It's not between two mountains. It's like a part where one mountain like breaks up a bit, and in the middle there's like a path you could follow. Maybe there's just like rubble running down a ravine. That's like what I'm saying with a ravine. So there's like a clear, distinct place in the mountain that you could identify, unlike a sheer mountainside where there's like, what is this? It's just one giant rock, and then the ravine is in between two giant rocks. And you can walk into the ravine. It was a large ravine, that is, and you can walk up it. And as in your dream state, you walked up the ravine, it turned into a path, whether by natural or unnatural means. This is up to discussion, but
Okay,
But
and this
we
is a
can-
path into the mountains, into the mountain ranges.
yeah. Instead
And
of
so it
just
should be-
walking up like one side of the mountain, you walk up in between two sides of a mountain, basically.
Okay, that narrows it down quite a bit then.
But we can at least cross out all the narrow ravines because in the dream it was wide, right?
All ravines like down on the ground level are a bit wider than like
Oh, okay.
And And DM, what you mean by trial and error is essentially, and taking time is essentially just finding one of these slits in the mountain, and if it matches roughly the range we remember, we'll just have to go down it and see if it turns into a path or if it, if
Yeah.
it's different.
you have to
Okay.
hike up in
Yeah.
the ravine and see what happens in the next 15 minutes. Maybe it just ends in a wall, or maybe it like continues onward. And you can try and error this, or you can try to get you have like the image in front of you from your memory, and see if you find something that fits well onto the image, and then try this one.
I'm cool with either option now since I have a bit more context now. I think
Well,
both
I
options are fine.
don't know if we have any good vision.
Yeah, that is true. It might have changed over time as well. So I think we'd have to trial and error it a little. I think it's probably the best option now.
Okay, but we can at least. The one thing that we should be 100% confident in, I feel like, is the ravine in the in our dream. Did it feel like wide enough so that like 3 people could walk side by side comfortably? Or
As it got to the point where the obelisks were, the obelisks were like 30 feet apart from each other. So at this point it was quite wide. The ravine on the ground was like 60, 70, 80 feet wide or so.
okay,
Oh,
so
very well.
okay, I guess all the ravines aren't really wide.
The larger ones, yeah.
Okay,
There's like
so
smaller
maybe
ones
just-
as well, but
and we have no idea how many ravines there possibly could be. Like,
no, none
That
of
is
you
true.
is a mountain person. Like,
Okay, so I think with that in mind, we just try to find. I think we have to just cut out all the small ones, and then just kind of like look at the entrances of the bigger ones to see if they match our vision. Because otherwise, we'll be here forever if we're going to be going through all the ravines individually. That are
One
matching
item
size.
that could slightly help us is the obsidian owl. I couldn't find it in the book again, but there was like a range it could fly around us and
oh yeah, I
like
think
send
that's
us
good.
messages.
Let me find it really quick.
Uh,
Like a wondrous figurine.
On
or something.
command changes into a normal size horned owl that you have a telepathic bond between. Lasts for 8 hours.
I think
but
that
I
should be good.
remember there being like a range at which you can no longer communicate it with it, or something to that effect.
I don't have a range written down.
I think
it's probably a mile or something.
it's.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember which one it's called.
Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly as well. Maybe
Does
I'm.
the telepathic bond just mean that you can like kind of talk to it, or does it mean that you can like see through its eyes?
Yeah, we didn't write down a range. At least.
No, you can't see through its eyes. Definitely not. I don't.
Okay. But did Ruben have
Like,
a
how
spell for that?
Yeah, Ruben had a spell for it. I just don't
Yeah.
think it lasts super long.
It doesn't last super long. It has a distance limit, and I don't have any second level spells.
Okay.
But the owl is smart enough to see big obelisks, I think.
Yeah, I think we can do a mix of just exploring ourselves and sending the owl out for 8 hours and just see if it finds it.
Yeah.
There is no range stated.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think we just send it out there then, because it's also like, yeah, I'm looking at it, has like good chance to move, like all sort of shit. I would just send it out there, yeah.
I give
It's alright.
Ruben the shard.
Okay.
I think we just do a mix.
I will-
I mean, are we really gonna go through the effort of exploring the things ourselves if we have an owl flying out for us? Then
I
it's
mean, might as
fine
well
to
just
just
do.
wait.
Might as well just do. I guess we might as well just wait. Yeah, to stay here. It should be able to. The obelisk should be very apparent. Very
If
unique.
they
Yeah.
still exist.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't exist, then we'll have to. Well, that'll be our side plan. I guess we can do like spend at least a day just waiting for it. Yeah, we'll just go with the owl plan for now.
Yeah, that's a risk we're taking.
Yeah. The maximum duration of the owl is 8 hours. So after 8 hours,
4
it
hours.
disappears, and the shard shapes into the owl. So wherever the owl stops, the shard drops.
We have
So
an hourglass, so we can have a pretty accurate measurement, I think.
Yeah, so we can probably want to do like 3.5 hours to just it going out, and then just give it the extra 30 minutes so we can come back in case we can find us.
Yep.
Or 3 hours out or something. What we can give it a couple hours out to find it. So go around the ravine, the mountains.
yeah. All right. You shoo away the owl, and the owl hoots and flies away. It is communicating to you, Reuven, that
Yeah.
being out here during the day is fucking annoying. But okay, we will deal with that problem. And she flies away. It is definitely not her preferred time of the day.
Ruben tries his best to soothe her.
Yeah. And she flies and flies. What is she looking for?
Large ravines, the ones we went through,
Yeah.
with obelisks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Obviously, the
specifically-
owl has no concept of a ravine, nor does it have a concept of an obelisk. So that's gonna be a bit rough.
Ruben asks, I guess,
Explain obelisk to it. It should
a
be
20, yeah, like a 20-foot tall piece of stone with 3 sides to it, with a rounded top, with like silver metal inlaid into it. That's I guess like shiny shit on the side of it or whatever.
Just say like a big ass fucking stone spike.
That works, yeah.
Because if you get too specific,
Yeah, I don't know how intelligent it is either.
and things might change with time.
True.
What is the owl supposed to communicate back to you? Anything interesting, or just?
Or I think constantly, because we're sitting down, right?
Yeah.
And not moving.
You're sitting down and not moving, so the owl can communicate everything into Reuven's ears.
Sorry, I couldn't speak for a moment. Because we're sitting down and we're resting, right? Essentially. So Reuven, for most of this multi-hour process, will just be sitting cross-legged, constantly communicating with the owl.
Okay. The owl will give you a lot of information about random delicious critters on the ground that the owl sees. There are a few of them. And she will circle around the mountainside. Let's see. Let's give the owl an intelligence check. How well does she understand what you want from it?
Oh no.
Well-
Intelligence check.
Somewhat. And give it a random encounter check. The owl flies for like 2 hours. It has seen a mole, a giant rat, really big one, a few smaller birds, a large bird that is a bit spooky.
Okay.
And then it will let you know that there is a large rock.
I think in this constant communication with, because I think if any of the other party members, constant communication of animals and critters would have been driving them nuts. Reuven, I think, is slightly better than the average person to have this happen to. he's still kind of filtering some information out, but he is genuinely interested in the critters and small animals and fauna of the terrain. So he's constantly communicating with her and will essentially ask her to, as safely as possible, get close enough to look at this pillar of stone to see if there is shiny things in the middle of it.
Uh, okay, shiny is abstract enough that the owl still understands it. No, nothing shiny.
Okay.
What is it?
And
Giant
we will
rock?
continue this. And with essentially any kind of similar rock will do the same thing.
Okay.
Which I think will slow things down, but it's easier, I think.
I guess another thing we might be able to do is like try to look for two of those big rocks like next to each other, like within like a few 20 feet of each other. Might make it like narrow it down a bit more.
The next thing that comes up is big spooky bird again. Then a cave.
Okay.
A giant cat
Ooh.
with many feet.
Reuven asked for the colors.
Night sky.
Ooh. Is that? I think I'm pretty sure I remember that's similar to the cat-like creature that I killed for my mastery quest. I'm pretty sure that was the same color. So he remarks that, but we'll leave that. We'll leave that creature alone.
Then what comes up next? Up next comes a second giant rat. Then a walking rock.
Okay. Reuven also is anything that is important to him will relate to the party as well. So there's multi-legged cats, very big birds, a walking rock. To know what dangers lie.
I translated walking. It's just for the owl. It's a moving rock. Yeah.
Yes.
Then another giant rock that she checks out. Nothing. No glittering things. No shiny things. Now we're like 2 hours or so in.
I think we have like at least another hour and a half. So.
What do we get then? I think the next thing is some random critter again.
Nice.
And then a tree.
Ooh.
No leaves.
Okay.
Small bird. Emptiness. Nothing interesting at the moment. It's about time for the owl to turn back, probably.
Reuven will have her turn back.
Does she fly straight to you? Like she's probably like 4 miles south of you at the moment, or 5 miles south of you. She could fly back over the mountains. It's getting towards. It's late afternoon, so sometime it's going to turn into dusk here before the owl comes back. Probably, unless she like bolts towards you.
I think he just wants her to travel safely back. Doesn't need to like bolt, but just glide nicely. and get back within good within time. Make
Okay.
sure she doesn't.
So she flies back probably more or less the same way that she flew down, since nothing happened there, apart from the spooky bird, but the spooky bird is not here at the moment, so it's fine. Approximately the same information comes back again. Giant rat. No moving rock now. Giant rock, nothing shiny. A night sky cat with many legs. Cave. Giant rat. Random critter. Wizard.
Wizard?
Yeah,
Oh.
she approaches you.
And before time goes out, Ruben will make sure she has like, we use the decanter of endless water to give her a bath and food, even though she
Okay.
doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Ruben will make sure she has a good time. And
So
reports important things that she went through probably a good number of those ravines and didn't find any of them. How many
which direction
miles
did she
like,
go?
She DM.
How many
Which
miles?
direction did she go and how
4 or 5
how
miles
far did
south.
she go?
So more or less the entire second tile here, southwards.
Okay.
I think we go north
so-
the next day and then
Yeah.
go from there. Yeah.
Ruben actually requests if we do the same thing tomorrow that Uzma puts a invis spell on her.
Sure.
You just
Great.
set up camp and fucking chill.
Already. Just set up camp
Same thing tomorrow.
and chill. Who's on first
Um,
watch?
The big rock that thing was talking about, that wasn't like the thing we were looking for, right?
We don't think so. It went up to it, and there was like no like. It was only one of them, and it also seemed to not have any like silver metalish pieces on it. It
Was
wasn't
it-
shiny at all.
Was it spiky?
I believe it was spiky, but the thing wasn't spiky.
Wait,
It
what?
had a rounded top. The thing in the monolith had a rounded top.
Yeah, but it's still relatively spiky, right?
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah,
I
look at
guess, but there's also two monoliths on both of them, so there was only
that.
one
Like,
monolith.
compared
There's only,
to other rocks, it would be spiky.
I guess, but it's also there was only one of them that the owl saw, and there's two monoliths, and both sets of monoliths had two monoliths with them. So I
Okay.
imagine there'd be. I
I
just
mean,
imagine
one could have been destroyed by time.
that is. I mean, if worse, we can just go north. We can set it north tomorrow, and then if we find nothing, we can just go investigate the other ones, like the rocks that you saw.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with doing that.
Alrighty. You go for the night. Plop down your tents. Do you stay out here in this belt area, or do you go back into the things? Do you go up to the mountains?
We can just go up to the mountains, I guess. I'm fine with that. I don't really care what we do. I think we're probably gonna do the mountains or the pins, one of the two.
I'd rather the small rocks, the big
Okay.
rocks, not the mountains.
Okay, we can go there then.
Okay. Do you go
Not
like
bad.
deeper in, or do you like stay on the outside?
Couple of layers in, like 100, 200 feet.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Alrighty. You go back into your resting spot. Plop down for the night. Reuven, first watch. Uneventful.
Nice.
Oliver, second watch. About 2 hours into your watch. It begins again.
At this point, it's become a routine.
Has it?
I mean, it's the third night in a row it's happened.
Sure.
You see the twitching shadows.
So it's not evil. But detect alignment. This time with the staff. You know, just do different one every single night now. Just with the staff of the
I said,
rise.
you don't see the lightning orb yet. Like, you just notice, okay, the twitching shadows are starting again. Like, this is how it started on the first night. The second night,
Yeah.
you never saw the light. And now it's the third night. The twitching shadows begin again. You get ready to do something.
Yeah, I think he'll detect alignment out in the distance this time instead of evil. If there's an intelligent creature out there that radiates an alignment.
No reading whatsoever.
Okay. He'll just like grasp it in his hand and just like waiting for something to change.
Then the shimmering becomes more clear. It is definitely some light effect going on here.
Okay.
And now, give me a perception check.
Be dark out. No
That's
stars
really
out
dark
tonight.
out, you know, the light is reflecting like all around you. The lightning orb, well, no. Oh, the lightning orb does not appear in front of you. But the light flickering becomes way more intense than in the second night. And the second night was just like slightly near distance, and now it's getting like it begins very in a distance, becomes stronger and stronger and stronger, and then fades away again. But you do not get attacked by the lightning orb.
Okay. I guess I'll just chill the rest of the night then if it doesn't attack him.
Yeah. It's like just this one moment. It's like 15 minutes or so of time passes from like when you notice the shadows twitching until you don't notice them anymore. And in the middle of it about is where it like got more intense, and you clearly like saw light in the sky.
Okay. No idea what this thing is, but it's alright. Alright, I'll relay that to the party whenever they get up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he thinks he's seen the ball of lightning thing, the orb of lightning that did the vision thing on them. It just appears to be like falling around during night. At least he thinks.
Maybe this trying to tell us something, or telling us to leave.
I do not know, but it hasn't been as blatant as the first night. But shrugs. I think we'll just, either way, I think we can send the owl north today and see what we find, and go from there.
Alrighty. You get ready in the morning.
Yeah. I don't think it was more casting any spells like yesterday.
Today there will be an invis on the owl requested.
Yes, sir.
And the owl flies away, heading northwards this time. Same instructions, same ideas, this time with maybe a bit of a more understanding what an owl sees. So you're not getting surprised on the first large rock. So, like when the owl the first time sees a large rock, you can ask, is there a second large rock as well?
Yeah, and if is it sharp?
Yeah.
And yeah.
The owl flies north. It begins. Big red. Small birds. Cave. Large rock. Not pointy, not second large rock. And then we have golden red,
Golden rat.
whatever that means.
Okay.
Small red. A large bird. Not spooky.
Not different from the other large birds.
Yeah, not a spooky bird, yeah. Cave. Large rock. Not pointy. Second large rock. Also not pointy. And puddle of water. shrubbery. Shrubbery with red. Important to note.
One
I s-
shrubbery or two shrubberies?
One shrubbery and with red.
Okay, there's only one shrubbery and has a rat. Got it.
Yeah. Might be more shrubbery, but not with reds, so didn't point it out. Yeah.
Yes.
That's about what you get for the day.
Okay.
I got.
Did she reach kind of the end?
Yeah, it's approximately like somewhere after the shrubbery with the red. You could from time to time ask if the owl sees large water, and then she would say yes.
Okay.
I have one important question that I just realized that might be helpful to us. Is do we remember? So after we passed the belt and the drain, and did we just immediately get to the ravine? Like, did we like skip all the like travel across like the going north or south? Because basically, what I'm trying to ask is if we remember the drain, if the mountains or hills were on the left or the right of us while we were walking, because that might be able to tell us the direction.
From where you left and where you met the scout, you directly headed towards the ravine.
Okay. So we can't really deduce the direction then. Okay.
I mean, from where you left the pins behind you, you had to head further to the right towards the ravine. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just didn't know if we like went to the mountains and then traveled along the mountains and then went
No.
to the ravine. Basically. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Okay. I guess when the owl gets back and realizes all the information, or whenever like the owl starts coming back, I guess like do we just want to? I guess head south might be the best direction then. I guess both directions had some pointy rocks, right?
I guess for this day, DM, while the bird is coming back, I have it like, take another gander at different rocks, but I'm assuming it's not. It doesn't. It does not. It can't really do like. I can't just have it do better.
I mean,
So
it's an owl. It has like 3 intelligence or something. So
Yeah.
a large
I
rock
think
is
we're
a
looking
large rock, but pointy rock is a pointy rock. But
I think we're just going to have to
many-
go in a direction.
yeah.
Also, I think we're just going to have to go do the time thing and just go in the direction and hope to find the entrance that looks good enough. Triggers our memories. Like while we're looking for like the pointy rocks, maybe I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to move a bit today, or do you just stay where you camped the last night?
I think we just stay where we camped. If we didn't get attacked, then I think we might as well just do that.
All right. You go through the night. Same procedure. Nothing interesting
Yeah.
on the first watch. Second watch, Oliver.
Yeah.
Fourth night. The light flickers. Give me another perception check. How? Yeah.
1 in 400 chance. 1 in 400.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah.
You see, it's there, but it's just hiding. Okay.
Yeah. It's just hiding. True. That's exactly what's going on. It's hiding.
If I wanted to be shown, it would come out in front of me.
Yeah. Don't worry. Next morning. You start walking a bit out of the pins, and there's a ravine, like 600 feet south from here. It's the first ravine you see.
Yeah.
We can just go take a look.
Might as well.
Yep,
Just
I
try
think-
out.
I think-
How tiresome is it to try out one ravine? Then we can discuss.
I mean, you are used to walking, so it is mountain terrain, so it's a bit more, a bit harder to walk through the mountain terrain, but still doable for you. It slows you down like to half movement basically, but one can do this. And if you don't want to walk too far up it, I mean, if you say you walk up for like 20 minutes, see what happens, and if nothing interesting happens, turn around, then it's like 35 minutes investment per ravine.
I think we probably want to do that because we're gonna have to because the other one seemed to be the one in our vision was like pretty wide and like unique. It seemed like so we probably have to like just find something like similar to that. Like we can probably like go into it, cross it off pretty early if it doesn't look like the ravine we crossed through.
All right. So you're just brute forcing it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say
maybe
that's
getting
pretty-
some help from the info the owl gave, but it was essentially brute forcing it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's random critters, large birds, and rocks. You knew about that much before the owl was flying around. You're not going to be surprised by the displacer beast if it shows up, because you know it's there, but
Amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
other than this. You head down, first ravine, it's nothing. Second ravine, nothing. Third ravine, it would have been so easy. 15 minutes in, changes somewhat into a path. And as you follow it, you can see two clearly visible obelisks.
Oh,
No shiny plates, which might have to do with the fact that they are completely oxidized and are no longer shiny. But three sides, three like blackish plates are inlaid into the obelisks. They are in surprisingly good shape and surprisingly still standing very well. I say surprisingly, depending on your time frame idea, like how long ago this echo from the past might have been.
I have one thing I want to do, and then after that we can go past the monolith, which is I want to inspect like the metal plates and see like how well made they are. I know they're rusted over, but I'm curious if they're like like if they're like evenly like beaten and that sort of stuff, or if they're kind of like just kind of like haphazardly like beaten together.
They are
Maybe like-
almost perfect.
Okay. Very good craftsmanship then. Okay. Oh, these plates, even though they look rusted, the craftsmanship is pretty impeccable. But does anyone else have anything I want to do? Oh, do you want to detect magic on or do some more?
Sure, we'll get drawn.
Yeah, I'll hand you the rod.
I grab my rod and I
Um,
stroke it.
Yeah, you detect magic. There's the ever so slight shimmer, which, doesn't really help you. It's like just the tiniest idea of something magical was going on here. Or maybe it's just your imagination, or maybe it's just background radiation, but maybe silver just reacts with magic in some way, shape, or form, and with this plate it becomes visible. It's a bit hard to tell.
I would hope that at this point I know silver would pop up and detect magic.
Silver does not pop up in detect magic, but silver and magic do somewhat interact.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a large plate of silver would slightly interact with the fabric of magic around it. Could in theory be the case. It's not something you usually do, so.
But found the first set of monoliths. I just gotta keep following the path. Find the second one where everyone died,
Yeah.
and hopefully not repeat their fate.
You follow the path onward and get this eerie feeling as the second group of monoliths appears in front of you, obelisks.
There are blue robed
Monoliths,
person
or-
standing there.
There's no blue-robed person standing there. There is no corpse with spikes, at least not in real life. In your memory there is, but that's a bit overlapping here. You can continue following. You can walk in between the two obelisks. There's nothing blocking your way.
Are
Probably.
these monoliths also have oxidized like metal plates on them?
Yes.
Okay. So like towards this one, you want this one. You want to take magic on this one again as well? Leave it at the same thing as the other one.
Okay. I wouldn't.
I mean, this one had like the weird force field, like the other one did, in the memory at least.
No, I try to detect magic.
Yeah. Same as the other one. Nothing more, nothing less.
No, not much.
All right, I guess do we just keep going on the path then? Follow until we come across something.
What?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You
All
continue hiking up this path. By now there's like a random rubble on the path, which one would expect on a ravine. More than it was in your dream, but it's still not a large, not a large amount, but also also it is not a large amount, which if any of you would be more a mountain person would be a bit weird, but none of you are. And you continue. There's a third set of these obelisks. A fourth set of these obelisks. By now you must be like 2,000 feet off the ground. You can
And
clearly see behind you the Deadland Pins area, the ocean in the distance. The mountains continue still a bit higher. And yeah, you continue walking. And as I said, there's a fourth set of obelisks, and then after the fourth set of obelisks, you arrive at a cave entrance. I say cave entrance because in part it looks like the entrance to a cave, but then it also clearly is not a cave.
Oh, this looks like worked stone almost. Like partially worked.
Almost.
Okay.
Just let me quickly grab you.
You know it's serious with the big map.
Obviously, like left and right to this, the mountainside continues.
I have my vision is like 5 feet right now.
That is
Mine is
correct.
normal.
Okay,
Your vision is also not normal. Your vision should be 60 feet. You should all be on night vision. And for some reason, someone is seeing further than he should, but it's not a problem. I forgot to get these stairs ready.
I only see like the square in the top.
Yes,
Okay,
you can see like about this far, and then like your vision ends because it gets dark in there.
Okay.
It's a cave.
There are. Okay.
There is, and Oliver, you are the prime person to notice this, a slight greenish glow coming from 30 feet into the cave entrance.
They seem to be statues. Maybe?
I'll pull out a light stone and just like hold it out so I can like maybe get a bit better vision of the cave.
How about pull out rod of alarming and toss out a detect evil real quick. Get range.
Yeah, you detect evil into the cave. No evil detected.
Nice. Should be safe then. That's how it works, right?
Well,
Mhm.
let's.
If anything you're afraid of must be evil, then yes.
Exactly.
Um, I'll quickly mention this. We are quite over time. Do we want to end here, or do we have a upcoming
I would
point?
like you to end in about 14 minutes.
Okay.
Unless
Aha,
you
okay.
try to murder the statues, then we might have to end earlier. But
Okay. Um, is there any other magics we have to detect inside?
Detect magic, I
And
guess.
detect magic.
And didn't we trade for one item that was for traps or something?
I think
I,
we do have a wand of
I
trap
remember a
detection.
long discussion.
That's
Oops.
probably true.
I think it's used where you should know how it works, but I can
Uh,
check my memories.
A wand or something?
Wand of
Secret door and trap
doors
detection.
and trap detection.
You can only do one or the other, from what I remember. You can't do both at the same time. Yeah, either doors or traps. 15 foot for secret doors and 30 feet for traps. Okay.
Yeah,
He
but
just detects traps.
I think I
Oh.
first tossed down the detect magic.
the statues are clearly magical.
Guys, the statues are magical. I think we need to murder them.
How magical are they?
Does anyone else see this? But are there weapons tipped with green?
I think so. I think it's the glowing thing that we saw.
How magical are the statues? And can I roll for the thing?
The statues are strong magical things. And there's a plethora of magical effects.
I think that's a fail.
Oh yeah,
I think it caps at 90. I'm not sure. Or was it the only identified that caps at 90?
I think only identify caps at 90.
Okay. And I think
School it's mixed. As I said, there's a plethora of magic effects.
Are these green things arcanum?
No, they are just green mace tops that are glowing, as Oliver has seen before. He doesn't see it now because he has his lights down out, but
Okay. Do you want to do trap detection and we can walk in?
Sure. I wave my wand of trap detection and slowly move forward.
alrighty. How many charges do we need for this?
I don't know, but it has powerful charges.
So I would
true.
just
Powerful.
take away 4 charges for now. As you do a bit of trap detecting as you move into this area, and yeah, no traps.
I'll go first, I guess.
I think I'll go first since I have the trap detection going.
That's true. Yeah, I'll be behind you then.
No
One step
traps.
behind you.
No traps. No traps. No traps. No traps.
I guess once we get to like, I was gonna say when we get to the statues, I was gonna stop and just like.
Okay.
at the
Osma has
glowing thing.
Osma already ran up the stairs. At which point, Osma,
Okay.
you see 2 creatures. The rest of the party is inspecting the statues.
I imagine we all probably walk that. I was just moving my token faster.
Well, you move the token faster, and you see these 2. They're like weird looking. Is this one on the? Yeah, it's on right there. Weird looking.
The other one.
Weird
Are they
looking
the same
creatures.
creature?
They seem to be the same type of creature.
Can
Nothing.
you describe them? I don't really understand. Oh, are they kind of like the creatures we saw before? They're just different.
No. They are like large creatures. They're like maybe the size of a displacer beast. So bits, yeah, not as tall like the weird badger horse was like very tall. They're not as tall. They're more like a like like the height of the tiger you fought a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
A bit stocky. They have hooves as well. They have a long tail that looks a bit like a crocodile's tail. They have a mane and a as you spot them, they poke their head up a bit. Apparently, they have noticed you as well, and they have this like long tongue that comes out from their mouth and like in your direction. And they're not making a hissing sound, but I'm doing the snake tongue noise here.
Your mic is not picking up your snake tongue noise.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, yeah. Nothing we can
At
do
least
about
not,
that.
at least
Not
on
on Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
I will turn my head and speak behind me. There is some monsters up ahead, but they haven't seemed to attack me yet.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like gesture for me and Riven to start walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I didn't see any traps, right?
No, still no traps.
Okay. I think I sheath my trap detection
Yeah.
wand now.
One of them, like, slowly, it's like very chill. Slowly, like, trots a bit in your direction. Then
Wait, can I? No, never mind.
stands like here
Is
and
that thing?
continues looking.
So I don't think they're
okay.
bad, but they kind of look bad.
Mm-hmm. Oliver, do you still have your lightstone out?
I think so, because I can't see otherwise.
Okay. Where do you have your lightstone?
Right hand.
Right hand. Okay, so no
Yeah,
weapon.
just good left-handed. No, I have the token's reversed because
token's
my character's
reversed.
left-handed. Yeah, so
So
right. So I spear in
you
left
have
hand, lance in right hand, or lights on right hand. No shield.
We could
And you just like mirror, yeah.
mirror your token.
Oh, that's perfect. There we go. We
Okay.
went wrong.
Alright. So no shield. You have the lightstone in your hand. The long snake tongue horse that keeps like moving forward. You see that the tongue at the end has like multiple prongs, and it like
While
looks
also
at
moving
you.
forward, I'm gonna detect evil intent at it while it's just chilling.
Nothing whatsoever.
I think it's fine. I think it's just an animal.
Does it look undead?
No, it looks very weird. But not undead. It looks very much alive.
Reuven sets down Kitty and, if allowed, will pass by his two party members and step in front
The horse like
and use.
horse. The creature like continues forward, and as Reuven's, you step in its way.
Yes. And I use ranger animal harnessing abilities.
Do you
Just
like
regular
physically
mundane.
step in its way, or do you just like try to get its?
I'm doing things that are like animal training things. Like, so I'm not physically like restraining it or wanting to pin it anyway. I just want to show my friendliness.
Yeah. To your understanding of creatures, this creature is clearly heading towards Oliver at the moment.
Okay, then I will not stand in the way, but I will immediately let Oliver know. Not maybe doing any large physical actions, but my voice that is soothing and calm is saying, Oliver, it's looking at you. I think it's connected to you somehow. Be careful, but it doesn't seem to be hostile.
Yeah, I'll just let it come up.
Also,
Right,
it
so it's
completely ignores you, Reuven. Like, it does not at all react to any of your animal handling things at all. And like steps like close here. It's getting a bit squeezy in here. But it has this long tongue, and with this long tongue, it like flicks the long tongue out to you, Oliver, towards the hand with the lightstone.
I'll hand it over.
Or you like open your hand with the lightstone forward.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
like
grabs
palm up or whatever. Yeah.
with its hand, like grabs the lightstone. With its hand, with its tongue, like grabs the lightstone, which immediately stops emitting light.
Oh shit.
So you don't see what's happening now. The rest of the party
Immediately
sees.
as it touches it,
As the like tongue like grabs the lightstone stops emitting light, and then takes the lightstone and puts it in its mouth, where it lets go of the lightstone with the tongue, which sheds light again, and then starts munching down on the lightstone,
what
Oh,
the
okay.
fuck?
But it's
which means the lightstone stops emitting light again. So Oliver, to you, it's
Okay.
like, what?
So its tongue is like anti-magic or something, or mouth is or something or whatever. Okay.
this is
I
an
look
odd
towards the other
creature.
two, and I look towards Reuven and Usmar. Like, what the fuck do we do?
What is this abomination?
It's beautiful.
What the
Actually,
fuck
it
are you-
looks interesting, yeah. And then it gives like a horse sound, like a. It's happy with its lightstone food, and then like the tongue like goes towards Reuven a bit, and like
Careful, Ruben.
touches
Don't
you.
let, don't let it eat your necklace.
Be ready for another lightstone, maybe.
I have a
It's very
darkness
cute.
stone. I guess I'll mark
Okay.
off lightstone off my sheet now.
Do you pull out the darkness stone?
I mean, I just mentioned that to the party. Like, I can pull it out.
And like the tongue like goes a bit up and down on you, Reuven, at the moment. You don't have an armor that gives you weird effects, right?
No, just normal magical armor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I say, yeah, you can take it out.
I'll pull out the darkness stone.
Ooh. It gets
Can't
dark,
see shit.
and it takes about like 15 seconds for the darkness to disappear. And then
What is it? What does this tongue feel like when it like picks up from the stone from my hand?
you have gloves on, right?
Oh, it's true. Yeah, I have like gauntlets, so it's probably wouldn't feel
Fucking
anything.
grab that shit and fucking pull it out.
That's an anti-magic whip. Holy shit.
It like grabs the darkness stone from your hand. As I said, it takes like 15 seconds, so take from this whatever you want to take from it. And the same thing, like this time with darkness, which is a bit like the funky effect for all of you. And it munches down on the darkness stone, gives a happy sound again, and then turns around and walks back into the room.
What the fuck, guys? This place is
Okay,
so
that's-
fucked.
It's quite an interesting creature. It's beautiful.
I guess we can pass now. I don't think it should bother us. Maybe. Also, do we have another light stone? I can't really see it out here.
I mean, if I'm gonna pull it out, it's gonna come punch on it.
I guess, can you cast Ultravision on me, Ruben?
I can, but is that going to cause explosion?
I have no idea, but it's either. I mean, I guess I can pull my lantern.
I think that's best.
I'll pull out the lantern
Yeah.
and light it up.
The superior non-magical lights.
This is why you keep it
Yeah.
around. This is why we brought it just in case this happened.
We knew there was going to be magic-eating animals in an anti-magic, anti-high level magic island. We saw this coming, so
We
we,
had the
brought the
foresight.
land.
I was more expecting like an anti-magic field at some point, but I was like, you know, this is just pretty much just as good situation for it. Oh, well, I light it up and have that out. And I guess this is a.
How much
We have a
does
decent
this
spot
give?
there.
Like 30 feet?
Oh,
Let's
I
go
think
like this.
it's 30 feet, yeah, in a radius.
It's like 15 bright and 15 low, so that's whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a good spot to stop here, yeah.
Yeah, we got our flights in Dark Zones munched on by a weird creature. I actually
Alrighty.
passed. We beat the first monster. Okay.
Yeah, it's did not immediately try to murder you, so. And also,
That is true.
you didn't immediately try to murder, which is also big
That is
claps.
Yeah, it had a blue health bar. That means it's a good guy.
True. Yeah.
True.
We'll murder it later. Okay. When we get tired of it. We'll murder it on the way out when we have like magic rocks and stuff that it wants to eat, like magic ion stones.
It would probably. It probably has some cool ingredients.
We're not killing creatures for magic ingredients, Osmar.
We're adventurers. What we do.
But thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. It is getting quite very late.
Yeah. Thank you. We did.
Thank you so much, Duck. This was a very fun game. Very fun
Well,
session.
Thank you for playing.
We found the dungeon.
We found a dungeon.
The
Found
dungeon.
a
Okay.
dungeon.
The dungeon, alright?
This is the Blue Man's Group dungeon. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have like tons. We're gonna have like raves and stuff in here.
It's going to be the biggest disappointment of your life. Alright. Well, thanks for playing. Let's meet again next week. Until
Yeah.
then,
All right.
stay alive on things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Okay, good night. Good night.
night.
bye bye.